Oh, shit. We have a good weekend. I know, right? I think everyone needs to take more vacations. There should be a law that makes people take vacations. But they don't want that. They want to make sure that you keep being a good little cog in their machine. Any amount of freedom is not good for them, so. Inky Blinky Bob?
Back in that flying death trap. And out here, we're both dinner.
Dude, this is 13 minutes. Hell no. What the fuck? No. I thought they were done updating Sea of Thieves. Oh, we got a review. Oh, let's go. We got a review. Dude, the last Epoch looks so good. I might end up playing it. Not sure yet.
You will see. In time, he will find you, traveler.
Okay. Eh. Ain't nothing going on in that but music. Next. Fuck is this? Oh, it's Bro, ever since the beginning of the year, IGN's just cooked, man. They just have nothing now. That looks kind of cool. What the hell is this? No, thank you. That looks crazy. What is this? What the fuck? It just kind of looks a little bit like Doom. Like, Eternal. It looks like Doom Eternal. Luna Abyss. Huh. Ew. Fuck. Yo, I can't help but say this. This dude looks like a simp. Looks like a straight up simp. Why would you need glasses that big, bro? What the fuck? Okay, let's move on from this. Alright. Reanimal
Hell is
review.
not other people. Hell is yourself. It begins with a group of children looking down a hole. A boy in a hood, the remains of a hangman's noose around his neck, pilots a boat adrift at sea. I do not know where he's
Oh,
come from.
damn, it's
He
Puddin'
was one of the ones
Patriot.
staring into that well's abyss. I only know the way forward. Red lights peek through the dark and fog. They are my compass, and I follow them. Where they guide me, I do not know, but there is no other path. The ocean is so vast, and my boat is so small. For a time, I am alone. At the fourth buoy, the boy stops the boat and pulls aboard a girl. When he reaches for the hair mask covering her face, she pins him to the small outboard's wooden bottom, her hands ripping at his mask until he kicks her away. They stare at each other from opposite ends of the boat. It might as well be a chasm.
I thought you were dead.
Where are the others? The girl asks. The boy doesn't know. She takes a lantern and stands at our boat's bow. The buoys are still our guide, but the girl lights the way forward.
Is he gonna talk like that the whole damn review? I really hope he doesn't. That's gonna piss me off. Use plain English, guys. Stop talking in riddles.
Reanimal, the latest horror puzzle platformer from Little Nightmares developer Tarsier. I've forgotten all of this, and lost track of what parts of this opening are most important. I'm too busy trying to make meaning from what I have seen, too focused on trying to connect the pieces of Reanimal's puzzle to understand how we got here. But stories, at least the good ones, the ones that know what they're doing, tell you what they're about from the beginning. And Reanimal is a very good story. Remember this, it tells you. Remember all of this. Together, I play the boy, my co-op partner plays the girl. There is no way to select who plays who, it simply works out this way. We sail through jagged cliffs, past mines larger than our boat, bisect a forest of jagged, barren trees. Then the banks of the river we have followed fade. It takes two of us to lift a metal trapdoor. I hold a lever to still a rotating metal shaft. Experiencing this together. Like them, we are not alone. That subtle distinction of working with a living, breathing person made it much better than it would have been had I spent the whole experience with a computer-controlled girl who always did exactly what she was supposed to do. That's not what this story is about, and I'm deeply grateful. The environment is not our only obstacle. We start to notice the horror across the second.
Bro, what is this
scares
garbage?
out.
What
Girl
kind
who
of
always
fucking
did exactly
review?
what she was
I
supposed
see
to
why.
do.
Man, IGN fell off, man. Well, I mean, it never really was on, but holy shit, I didn't know you could go
That's
below
not
the
what
dirt
this
under the
story is
water.
about, and I'm deeply grateful that in an era which has largely abandoned local co-op, Reanimal offers it.
This is
Almost
weird.
The way that the boy and the girl have seen, but it never feels out of place or forced and doesn't detract from the atmosphere. Nor does the occasional replay of a chase sequence because you don't initially know what to do or where to go, which is enough to spell your end. Reanimal's atmosphere, its art, its sense of place and character and mystery carry the day at every turn. Through the odd confusion, annoyance, or visual bug, it compelled us to see it through to the end, to understand the tale it was trying to tell in its roughly 6-hour journey through hell. I think I understand, but I know that
Right? Yo, low key. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, no, fuck that, dude. I'm good. What the hell is that? You know what? That's okay. We don't need IGN today. We got Fleekazoid.
Got me, high guard devs. We spend thousands of dollars on this hobby every year because we fudge. In a post-high guard world, where do you get off announcing good games, Sony? Let's look at this first great game that I hope sells no copies. Or should I say, cockies? Give me
Yo,
some.
I'm totally gonna play that game. I'm totally gonna play the Warcock game. I'm
We
totally
coming with
playing
something
that.
big, baby.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Most people can't handle all this cock. Not me. A lot of people are calling this game God of Cock. I think it's more of a cockesty warriors. When I say
Yes,
do
right,
something
boy.
new, I mean steal something old that we haven't done in a while. And these guys get that. They get it. It'll be 5 years till I see my cock again, but I know it'll be worth the wait. Crimson Dessert is looking awesome. Every time I see this game, I understand.
I really hope Crimson Desert isn't a flopperooski. It feels like it's very sketch, but then if you look up how long the game's been in development, it's been in development for 5 years. So, like, you know it's gonna be good.
And it less. Mechs and dragons in the same game? No microtransactions? Oh, this is some serious gourmet shit. I cannot wait until this game fails. Speaking of fails,
Come on, guys, you know we gotta do it
and
together.
dragons in the same game? No microtransactions? Oh, this is some serious gourmet shit. I cannot wait until this game fails. Speaking of fails, Helldivers added tanks to the game just in time for the new Chinese New Year's update, and I have nothing to say. I'm just gonna scroll through these Twitter replies, then move on. Silent Hill fans are getting their 4th game in the last year. Wow. Congratulations, guys. Give me a second. Wow, such a magical moment for you guys. I hope only good things come for you at 90 miles per hour. Darksiders 3 is happening. You love to see this art style making a return. You love to see takedowns becoming more prominent. You love to see love.
Yeah, like, what the fuck? So, like, I didn't even realize this. I played Doom Eternal, and then I played Doom Dark Ages. Doom Dark Ages is a great game. But the amount of executions that Doom Eternal has compared to Dark Ages is abysmally clear. Like, you get, like, no executions in Dark Ages at all. And it's even more sad because anytime you kill those giants that throw the stuff at you in Doom Dark Ages, where you're flying around on the Dragon Mount, there's 3 hole controls for the entire Dragon Mount, and then it's always the exact same execution. You fly around, you hit the monster, the big monster, and then you, like, breathe fire down its throat and it dies, and that's it. Oh my god, it's so, like...
The new Control game reminds me of the game I actually wanted to see, so I'm looking forward.
Prototype, dude, I want another Prototype game. Oh my god, those games were so good. They were so good.
Game reminds me of the game I actually wanted to see.
So good. You know, a lot of people are really excited about that new Control game. I'm gonna have to play the new one, huh? I played the original one. I didn't really think much of it. Honestly, nothing in it stuck around with me.
So I'm looking forward to that. This is pretty cool because it's a new thing. I don't give a fuck about that. I give many fucks about this. Kinda disappointed we didn't get a Last of Us remake here today. It's been just over a year since the last one. Naughty Dog, stop slacking. This is looking like a PS2 game now. We got Dead or Alive. Don't care about anything in this franchise unless it's on a beach. This game looks like a piece of sweet 8-pound, 6-ounce baby Jesus. Pimps, you should never judge a game by its cover. Buy. Don't buy. Metal Gear Solid 4 is getting a remaster with some small changes.
I'm so fucking hyped for that. I'm so hyped for that. Let's go.
They're removing the 20 minutes of gameplay Kojima accidentally left in. People take shots at gamers like, oh, you can't sit there and go through 5 hours of cutscenes. Next time you show up to the movie theater, I hope they make you read a book instead, dick. Can't wait to play. Now, the most hype thing, the thing that made me stop working on my Neo 3 video to come talk about this, Juan motherfucking Wick Pimp. This game looks fantastic.
Yeah, dude, they have a John Wick game coming out. That's crazy.
These animations look spot on with the movies, and it's perfect
Oh.
timing now that Death Mogged, Afterlife maxing, or if you were born before 2000, he's dead as fuck. I feel dirty now. I'll see myself out. And the best part about the John Wick game is that it's coming out February 27th.
Yo, wait, what? That's in a couple days, ain't it? That's in 3 days. There's no way that game is gonna be good.
They're calling it Resident Evil.
Oh, Resident Evil. Okay, Resident Evil.
Half of this game looks amazing, and the other half models are fixed. But these takedowns, oh, these takedowns, when the moon hits your eyes, these takedowns remind me of Bach's 5th Concerto. They remind me of Michelangelo's Sistine Chapel. Had to censor the whole thing, too many dicks on it. It reminds me of this
One too many dicks.
20% off sale that's happening for the next week at Gamersubs. I'm buying this big titty goth GF shirt. Marathon still looks like shit. I'm sure that's our fault.
Did you see him?
Goth GF shirt. Marathon still looks like shit. I'm sure that's our fault. We got a token Marvel.
Oh
game.
yeah, that's the yeah. It's always our fault. Didn't you know, guys? It's always our fault.
We got a teaser for the next Space Marine game. We got several announcements for a bunch of unk-slop that's built like a banana. Now, the best news and worst news that we got out of this entire state of play, the God of War remakes. You can keep that
Let's go!
bullshit. The God of War.
Yeah, right, yo. Like that's exactly how I felt. I saw God of War remake, and I was like, ah! And then I saw the game after that, which was whatever the fuck that dog shit was.
Remakes. You can keep that.
You can keep that shit. I don't give a fuck about this, dude. Ain't nobody want to play a 2D game. Nobody wants to play that shit. Nobody wants to play that shit. Just imagine if this, instead of them spending the time and effort on this slop, they could have just made a full-fledged God of War game remade. Like, they could have had the first game remade if they hadn't have done this shit. Who wants to play this? Stop trying to cash in on all these other developers' money with these 2D games. Make your own shit. It's crazy, dude.
The God of War remakes. Why the hell would you even think this is a good idea? The God
Right?
of War remakes. What great news. It's good to see the original voice actor for Kratos is back. This guy is the only happy guy in gaming industry right now. Most people
Right?
come out here like, so excited for all of you and again. He's like,
Hey, what's happening? What's happening, people?
never have I been more happy for a man's employment. Give him free dental. Big contributions to this man's 401k. He's got spirit. And don't change a fucking thing about these games, Sony. Doing a remake means you're getting paid to not have new ideas. Embrace that. IGN's already
Yes, sir.
piping up about removing the wrestling minigame. Quiet, bear fucker. Anytime someone chirps in with the
Yo, I hope they keep everything the same except upgraded graphics that look like God of War 3 whenever it came out. That's what I want. I want to see dark, awesome, sick-looking graphics with epic shadows and sound effects, but as God of War 1. That's what I want. I want to see the resolution all the way up into 4K, baby.
like, I think we should. It was just a little instance. Do we really need the?
Yeah.
Yes, we do, Susan. I hope they keep the wrestling mini game so gamers can go home and ask mommy what Kratos was doing to the nice lady. Obviously, I know what was going on, but can you tell me what he was doing? So
You know what's crazy is that like every one of those games has that. Even the PlayStation portable versions of the game have that. They like every single version of the game of like different ones have that. God of War 1 and 2, they both have it. There's a hidden one in the second one. It's in the bathhouse at the very beginning of the game. The Change of Olympus and Ghost of Sparta also have it in there. I'm not sure where. I don't remember. It's been so long since I played those. They all have it.
As you can see, I've run out of
God of War 3, I don't think Ascension has it.
material about 5 minutes ago, so thanks to the flock of pimps and thanks to everybody that used code PIMP to buy some gamer subs. Next week's the big week where we talk about something I like. Next week, it's gonna happen. Next week, we're gonna talk so much positivity, so you're gonna call me Mr. Rogers. There we go, there's a relevant reference. Stupid.
No!
All right, so Mexico's burning into the ground, and like always, they're trying to blame America. Oops, maybe it is our fault. Who cares?
The cartel takes over.
The motherfuckers had it coming. We'll say that. They had it coming. That's what happens when you're a drug dealer.
A large part.
Check out Decoy.
Parts of Jalisco, including a potential of American hostages, as tourists first reported fires all across the city.
Well, this one just started here. There's some fires over there on the 200 apparently.
Why the hell would you want to visit this place anyway? This place looks like a shithole, man. I mean, it looks kind of nice, but like most of the structures are like deteriorating.
Not sure what's going on.
Seen from popular hotels in Puerto Vallarta.
I can see the flames.
You know, I take that back. The place doesn't look like a shithole. I take that back. I'll cross those words out of my brain there. Why the hell would you let such a beautiful place be ran by a cartel? Seriously, this place is awesome. Why would you do that?
Underneath that black smoke, huge plumes everywhere. Another big one over there.
This place is
Another one
gorgeous.
directly behind this resort we're staying at.
As Canadian tourists are stranded on the top of their hotel.
Canadians? Well, that ain't our problem.
Where even their Costco was
Bro, they set a Costco on fire? Man, you can't set a Costco on fire. Come on. Why you set a Costco on fire for? They're trying to get you good deals, man. You gonna set them on fire for that? That's probably why they did it.
under attack, as the cartels
That money's so hot it burning over there.
are setting vehicles on fire.
What you burning a Costco down? Oh. That's not a Costco, that's a car.
And claims on social media say a prison was set ablaze as inmates have escaped, with the cartels carjacking random travelers to set their vehicles on fire, even attacking gas stations to do the same.
Why? Oh, I remember seeing this. These guys can't set shit on fire. Yeah, they tried to set this on fire and they just killed the pump leak. They like, there's a pump shut off that every gas station have, and I'm sure the lady just hit the pump shut off. It caught, but it didn't catch like what you think. That, yeah, I mean, you can
Shutting down roads by leaving buses ablaze. Even stopping semis to also set them on fire.
What's it with these people and burning cars? We had the Tesla bombings back in like 2025. Why the hell do people like setting cars on fire, bro? Is this like a pastime or something?
And even scooters still inside stores are getting torched as well. Now the local police have responded, but sadly, several of them are already deceased. Now their National Guard has arrived.
I don't know what's going on.
And are actually going to war with the cartels right in the streets.
I have no
as it
idea.
really looks like there's a civil war going on in Mexico, and sadly, civilians are getting caught in the middle, where even hospitals don't know whether to evacuate or to shelter in place.
I do have the comments on sub only, I think. Let me see. Do I have the comments on sub only? Give me a second. Let me check it right quick. I hope I have it. I hope I have it for like just sub and then you can comment, but yeah, any duration. So yeah, and if you could sub and then unsub if you want to talk.
¿Puede salir? Abajo.
But as some people attempt to escape, the airports are getting shut down as well, as some scramble to get inside. Everywhere looks like pure chaos.
I mean, they haven't started opening fire on crowds of people, so they obviously have some sense, right? The cartel aren't running around and just opening fire into crowds of people. They're like kicking people out of the car and then lighting the car on fire. I could get behind that a little bit, even though it's still illegal and they should still go to jail for the rest of their lives. Obviously, they're pissed because they took out the leader, But they should get used to that, because if you're doing crime anywhere in the world, you need to pay for it. That's just all there is to it. Like, if you're just a bad actor, well, maybe you just shouldn't do that, huh?
Corre, 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 corre.
Where some travelers are sheltering in place.
Algo está pasando. Todo el mundo está corriendo.
It appears employees were trying to escape.
Before it landed. So what did they do? They captured him and then they killed him on the plane? I thought that they assassinated him. So they actually captured him and then they killed him? How's it going? You think the cartel cares about human life? Well, they obviously do. If they didn't care, like, hold on. So, like, you think that somebody... Let's see, we're 3 minutes in? Somebody with this kind of gun... Look at that gun. Look at that gun. That's an AR. That's an assault rifle. If they wanted to, they could just shoot people in the cars and the bullets would go through it. They obviously care. I don't know what their goal is, but as of right now, if they're taking hostages, their goal isn't to kill people. Now, I'm sure as time goes on, that's going to change for sure. Absolutely. But as of right now, other than probably a few mishaps, I'm sure they're like, especially with how many people are there, if they wanted to actually kill people with those firearms, it wouldn't be that hard. Let's be honest here.
Guards being cleared out. All of these things are being cleared out.
But they know that if they start genociding people, they're going to have not only the American government getting involved, but other governments around the world as well. Because you can't just do that. Like, Mexico it's a tourist place for the most part, other than the cartel, and they're causing problems right now. But you have people from all over the world visiting Mexico, and this is why. This is why it's a little bit more of an inconvenience for the cartel that their leader's dead now, and they're flipping out, is because if they just start killing people with no objections, and they kill the wrong person, they're going to alienate a lot of people, and they're going to cause wars across the world because it's a tourist place. That's why. Most of the money that comes into Mexico comes from tourists that use like cruise lines. Like, I dated somebody that went on a cruise, and the cruise, like, this was like a midway point, was in Mexico. And I was like, why the hell would you want to go to Mexico? Because, like, doesn't the cartel run that place? And it's like, I don't know, that's just me, though. I wouldn't personally visit Mexico. It's dry and hot, and it's like, it's Mexico. I just wouldn't want to visit it. It's not one of my places.
They're asking that everybody vacate the area and leave immediately. You can see the smoke.
I will say it's not a shithole. As a top 10 competitor, it's definitely not a shithole.
Smoke in the sky.
We were just walking on the beach and we saw smoke everywhere, and we're being informed that there's major cartel violence happening. A top-ranking cartel member, and when that happens...
Oh! Okay, so they were taking him in to get medical treatment, and he died in the... Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
A number of cars have been set
well, maybe he shouldn't have done whatever he was doing to make them shoot him.
Fire, motorcycles set on fire. In fact, there were some attendees of Anarchapulco who were in a taxi cab. They had their car shot at. The taxi driver was murdered, and the car...
Oh shit, okay. I stand corrected.
Set on fire. All of their luggage has been burnt, including their clothes and passports, in fact. So it's a pretty scary...
Well, I mean, I guess you living in Mexico now, buddy. Oh man, you cooked. Oh no, sir.
Right now, we're being told do not go out at all. In fact, the entire airport may be shut down right now because of this.
You know what really sucks about the cartel being ingrained so deeply into the Mexican communities is that, or the Hispanic communities, let me correct myself, is that you know that there are compromised police officers. You know it. You know there are compromised police stations. So the issue isn't necessarily that the cartel are pissed. The issue is that there is systemic corruption in every single part of Mexico, and it's kind of boiling over right now.
Violence. I mean, we heard Trump mentioning a while back that he's going to go after the cartel in Mexico. Is this the beginning of that? Are we witnessing it live? I don't know, but...
While others seem very casual about the events.
Oh, jeez. Let's go. Follow me. Just follow me. It can't explode anymore.
Hey, boy.
Oh.
Hey, boy. They're looking a lot like the riots that they had in LA there, huh?
Wow. Oh, well.
We might have walked past her a few minutes ago.
I don't like any of this. This isn't nice.
This is nice.
Run for the hills. But listen, they've already hit this street.
Yeah.
So, I think we're okay. It's a shame. I wish I can get a cup of coffee.
I need a drink. I don't even drink that much.
I need a cup of coffee. You need a drink. Oh my God, self-centered to the extreme. The world, everything's exploding. Oh, and there's a little lady sweeping up the leaves. You know, nothing ever changes.
And I don't know if that's smart, or it's the shock, or if you're seeing the locals casually standing around, you should feel somewhat safe to go grab a coffee. Because
no, you know why they're all standing around? It's because they're so fucking used to it. They're so used to everything around them burning down and people getting killed that this is another day for a lot of them. Them standing around should tell you everything you need to know about that. Think about how often, just because you're rich and you live in Mexico, you get a family member that gets kidnapped and they get put into an oil drum and lit on fire because you have money and they want that money. This is the privilege that Americans have whenever you live in America and you're wealthy. Whenever you're a 1% American that has wealth like that, you are 1% of not just America, but the world entirely. You live in one of the most privileged societies in the world because you're rich and you're privileged and you live in you have literally the best life imaginable. Think about that. Let that sink in. These people are so used to seeing this shit, they're unfazed by it. They're completely unfazed over it. And now they're going to start blaming Trump for it too.
At this point, basically everything reported...
But it's Trump's fault, right? Think about it. A drug leader just got killed, and they're running around setting cars on fire. Well, there's one thing that I can think of that should happen to them, too.
Is a rumor, as some say the cartels are about to enter homes and hotels if their demands are not met, with the U.S. Embassy also addressing the situation, stating due to ongoing security operations, related roadblocks, and criminal activity, U.S. citizens should shelter in place. But the situation appears to be getting minimal news coverage.
Hell fucking no, if I was a U.S. citizen, I'd be getting the hell out of Dodge. Number one, I wouldn't be there to begin with, and number two, my ass wouldn't be sheltered. I'd be getting the fuck out of there, man.
With the local outlets reporting on the massive attacks, stating the cartel's leader, who had a bounty of 10 million...
Yeah! Damn! Oh! Dude, that's a lot of money in pesos. That's a lot of money. That's a shitload.
US dollars has been taken out by their local federal forces, with 6 others being detained as counterattacks occur statewide, where Puerto Vallarta authorities are urging everybody to stay indoors. Public transit is suspended and businesses are asked to close, with all flights into Puerto Vallarta and Guadalajara are being diverted. Scary to think US citizens could be captured in this, but sadly that's a known risk when traveling to a country that's largely controlled by the cartels, with rumors...
Thank you. And you know, not a single one of these weirdos that are going to be protesting this are even going to... Well, I mean, they're not protesting Iran. They're not protesting what's going on in Mexico. They're not protesting... There's a lot they're not protesting. But you know why they're not protesting those things? Because they're not getting paid to protest those things, that's why.
these resorts or two owned by those same gangs, and even residents speculating their president is as well. But hopefully this all gets resolved in the near future. I just wonder what the American implications might be, as our borders have been a hot button issue for the last decade, and this is yet another reminder.
Let me tell you something. The reason why, if America was actually involved with that, the dude had it coming. If you sitting there trying to smuggle fentanyl, you trying to smuggle illegals, you trying to do some kind of weird sex trafficking thing across our borders, guess what's gonna happen to you? That's what's gonna happen to you. You gonna turn up missing or dead. I say missing because look at Maduro. We don't want drugs in our country. We don't want these people getting smuggled into our country. We don't want this. No country should want this. No country should want to be ran by people like the cartel. Why would you want to be ran by a massive gang organization? Why the hell would you want that? It's stupid. You have your own government, and then you have the cartel, which low-key are kind of running everything anyway. So it's like, why would you want that?
Of why border security should be such a priority. But in the scary event that U.S. citizens become collateral damage in Mexico's unrest, does that mean our military must get involved? And after...
Let's be honest here, ain't gonna be no boots on the ground with that. They're probably just gonna do the same thing that got the drug lord killed. They're just gonna start paying people more money than... What's gonna end up happening, I guarantee you, is that America's going to start sending more money to, and I don't want this. I'm going to be completely honest. I don't want this, but if it solves the problem, then it solves the problem. They're going to end up funding the police, and the cartels are going to have to spend 5 times as much just to keep their police that they have, their corrupt ones, in line. That's what's going to end up happening. Guarantee it.
What happened in Venezuela, what's about to happen in Iran, I really don't want another hot conflict to occur. But what do you think? If US citizens are involved, should our military as well? Or is this something we shouldn't concern ourselves with as long as it stays on that side of the
I think that if there is Americans involved, they should get the Americans and leave the people that live in Mexico to their own devices. That's what should happen. Honestly. Because, like, I hear and see rumors that, oh, well, I don't know if Trump, I haven't seen enough yet to be like, well, you know, if we got involved and we did that, then, you know, Trump needs to send over help and da-da-da. But if we didn't start it, we shouldn't be involved unless it's to get our own people out. Now, if we did, then maybe, but at the same time, if the United States government did something that led to the murder of what is effectively a cartel member or leader, and we don't know the full story, there's probably a good reason. Probably. Hopefully.
Well,
I mean, come on, he's a cartel member or leader, like.
I want to know what everybody thinks and eagerly await what that channel, Task and Purpose, has to say about this. So if you appreciate my insight.
Alright. W decoy. We got a few more of these actually. We got a lot about this. Here we go. Alright, you know, we gotta see the full spectrum here. It's like the hub, man.
The US eliminated a top cartel leader in Mexico today. Jalisco
has it been confirmed, the US?
Cartel. Xi Jing. Isn't that like the guy from China? Like, no, it's a little bit
That's fucking racist, man. You can't say that. That's racist.
different. Okay, never mind. Has retaliated by storming into Guadalajara airport with armed gunmen. They're now taking American tourists hostage at New.
Brother, I don't think you I think that's a bad idea right there, boy. You don't want to be touching them American terrorists. I mean, those tourists. I mean, you saw what happened to Maduro.
Highways and hotels. Uh-oh.
No mames. ¿Están bien?
Holy shit. Yeah, I can see, bro. Like, so everything's falling apart. People are going crazy. So, yeah, I saw some reports on the platform as well. The U.S. Special Forces may have also been involved. There's a probably, like, I mean, if I had to guess, I would say that, yeah, the odds are we probably helped them do this, like, just realistically. And, you know, we probably aided with intel or something like that.
I mean, you know, as far as effectiveness, you got to give Trump one thing. You know, he knows how to eliminate the situation. I mean, why would you band-aid something over and try to play ball game with these assholes if the minute that Trump's out of office, some new, like, fucktard's gonna get into office and then be like, oh, we gotta take our sweet time and da-da-da and band-aid this and band-aid that. No, just neutralize it. If the dude was a problem to the U.S., neutralize it. Just be done with it. Seriously, just be done with it.
Probably not. There's a good chance that we're never going to actually know that and have it be confirmed. But, like, at the same time, you know, I think it's possible. So here's the
okay, so there's no guarantee that America was even involved. That's just what people are trying to say. Okay.
Footage. So Puerto Vallarta, Mexico is a popular tourist destination where many Americans are currently vacationing and own property is under attack by
maybe they think that America caused this because of Trump's comment that he had made. Maybe the cartel you know, are misunderstanding everything and it really was like an actual, like, a raid that ended badly.
Cartels. Here's the drone footage of the aftermath. It's a war zone on the ground. The cartels have stormed the airport and are reportedly shutting down the roads. And
where are their own police? Where are their own police? I mean, they obviously have a police force. They did a raid that got the dude killed. Where are the police at?
Resorts with the cartel gunmen. If you're an American citizen, shelter somewhere safe and stay inside. Yeah, what the fuck? Holy.
Damn, boy. Look at that.
God damn. There's videos where you can hear the shots being fired. Yeah, well, this is just a clip, right? So, my family's there right now. Yeah, I have a family member that lives in Mexico too, actually. You know, I'll probably check in later on today. I mean, you know, he's a smart guy. He's gonna be fine. But, like, I mean,
how's it going, Crave Stream?
You know,
Curve Stream.
It's always unsettling. You see something.
Thinking you know everything by reflex is a big sign of low IQ. Well, low IQ. Well, getting in someone's comments with a brain dead take just shows that you're stupid. I mean, if you don't like it, then just go watch somebody else. No one's telling you to be here.
Something like that happened, absolutely. So, yeah, he's not dead. They're negotiating his release. Oh, really?
Oh,
is that the case?
Mistakes.
And cartel does not know what they're getting themselves into. I mean, I will say that, I mean, again,
yes, it is. So I'm in the top right. By the way, you can use any of my content as long as it's not a direct rip and upload. If you want to, like, you know, react to my content, you put like a, you know, you can have your own face cam up here and your own, or a face cam down here. Like, there's 2 more vacant spots, man. We need to start filling this bitch up, man. Like, what's going on here? We need more reactions of reactions.
Instance, we probably, I mean, if the Mexican government is willing to, we should absolutely deploy military assets to make sure that.
And I mostly react to Aswin because by the time he releases the video, he has like a full, he has everything. He has different people that talk to him and tell him different things. So I'm able to get like the big, broader picture of it. I would like to do what he does with his Twitter and Reddit community, where he has a bunch of people that just automatically start uploading stuff that he could react to. I would love to have that. But slow and steady wins the race. We have all that stuff, by the way. We got a TikTok, we got a Twitch, we got a Kick, we got Instagram, we got Twitter, we have you know, obviously YouTube. We got it all.
This doesn't get worse.
Got a Discord as well. You can join the Discord and drop videos for news in there too.
Because I do think that the U.S. has like a direct vested interest in Mexico not being run and like overrun by cartels. We have an immediate vested interest in this. Isn't it crazy how beautiful the country is? Look at that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, look at how beautiful that place is. Like, I whenever I first started seeing it with the last video, I was like, oh, what a shithole. But then I saw it and I was like, this actually it's beautiful. Why would you want to let such a beautiful why would you want that to be ran by the cartel? Mexico's beautiful. Why would you want that? Look at all the tourist like spots and stuff. Like every one of these has a swimming pool on the top of it. These are all probably tourist hotels right here.
Amazing. And,
Look at it.
you know, it's just
It's
sad that
beautiful.
it's being, you know, run by people like this. It is. So lots of tourism. Well, it's more than tourism.
Well, yeah,
right?
that's the thing is like, it's not just Americans that tour over to it. A lot of people from around the world go to Mexico. And if they can't protect the citizens and the tourists, it's not just America they're going to have to worry about. If they have other tourists there that are from different countries, they could start war all over the damn place by killing people they don't even know.
Because, like, you look at, like, for example, like, what do the cartels do, right? I mean, they do human trafficking. They send drugs over.
They do quiet assassins. They kill people silently. I mean, they obviously just want money and drugs. It's obvious. They're not super crazy. Like, I saw whenever COVID hit that they were walking around giving people the vaccines and stuff. They care about their communities to an extent. It's a very, it's more a parasitic relationship that they have with Mexico, but it needs to end. It just does.
And also, like, you got to keep in mind that, like, if they're destabilizing an area,
yeah,
keep in mind that what happens beyond that is that you also have people that are, you know, leaving the country. And so, like, they have those people come over here. Like, yeah, do that shit over there, guys. Like, stop fucking with us. You know, leave us alone. So, official sources have confirmed it, that Mencho is dead. Well, I'll pull that up in a minute, but, like, just looking at this is pretty shocking. So the entire place is turned
area is gorgeous. It's a shame to see it being burnt to the ground.
To a total fucking a shithole, right?
It looks like a war zone.
They keep asserting this is a U.S. strike, but all other sources are attributing to Mexican feds.
They're not gonna strike Mexico. It's not the Mexican government doing this. It's the cartel. Why would you want to hurt a government in a foreign country because of what the cartel are doing? Unlike Maduro, where he's directly involved with everything. Like if the American government knew that the cartel were 100% running the government, then they wouldn't have pussyfooted around like what they did with Maduro. Like Maduro, they just went and got the guy. They just went and got him. They were like, okay, well, we know that you're controlling everything, so we're just gonna go get you.
Your sources, the U.S. did this. I mean, I don't think that the U.S. probably, like, if you want my honest opinion, I think that there's...
I think the guy was a cartel leader, and he had it coming. Every dog has its day, and that was his day. And instead of going in peace, he went out in a blaze of glory, thinking that he was going to be big shot, Billy Badass, and it backfired on him. That's what happened.
A good chance the U.S. did do
Everyone's
this.
a badass until they start catching some hot ones, right?
But we're never going to see that being the case or not. And I think that's really what's going to happen, right? Is that you have, you know, any of this happen, right? And, you know, it's like the public story is going to be different than what happens privately. So, yeah, it's not the U.S., it was Blackwater. I mean, maybe, right? It could have been one of our militia groups or, like, you know, private, you know, like a, you know, fucking, what do you call it, mercenary groups or something. I don't know. But anyway, let me go back and see if I can pull this up. Smoke rises from sieging cartel attacks and checkpoints arrest Puerto Vaquera following the elimination of sieging leader known as El.
So if you get elected, let's just use a government. If you want to run for political power in a government, but everything's ran by cartel and they fund the election process, but all you want to do is help the citizens, are you necessarily a bad person if you do whatever you can so that way you get in political power so you can help the citizens, even if there are a lot of strings attached to it that lead back to the cartel? You're probably not a bad person. Like, if anyone's gonna probably, well, for the most part, do what they're told when they have an AR facing them. I mean, let's be honest here. It's that mentality that's kind of jacked, you know?
Men show. Holy, look at this.
Because if it was that easy for them to smuggle drugs across the border, if the government was really that involved, then why wouldn't the government just be doing things that are more openly obvious. Like, why go through the trouble of trying to sneak the drugs across? If the government's involved, then why wouldn't you just pay off the border patrol at the border? Like, duh. I mean, like, it just doesn't make any sense.
What a nice place.
There are other things. Now, I don't doubt that there are people in the government that are corrupt. I don't doubt that one bit. But how do you know they're only acting that way for their own safety? Like, if you're in political power and, like, example, the Mexican government, and you're being threatened with pictures of your house and, you know, them, like, playing with your kids and stuff, you know, like, you see them taking pictures of this nice guy that's playing with their kids. Really, it's a cartel member that's threatening that they're going to take your kids and, you know, who knows what else. I mean, I'd imagine you'd get pretty damn coherent and you would probably do what they say really quick, wouldn't you?
Oh, yeah, look at this, a PvP server? Well, that's the thing, is like, I mean, this is a beautiful place, and, you know, turning it into a PvP server, it's just ridiculous. And let me see if I can pull up the other information about this, because biggest blow to organized crime ever delivered by the Mexican government. I mean, again, I think that it's a time, like, if this is what's going on and they're actually, like, doing this, they killed him because he knew too much. I think they probably killed him because they could, right? They thought that they had the assurance. They thought it was time to do it. I mean, the thing is, like, eventually something like this is going to happen with a lot of these cartel leaders and anybody else, right? It's like if you're a criminal or you're breaking the law or anything, like, you run the risk of this happening. So, yeah, that's really about it. And he didn't want to be extradited? Maybe. Can you do a quick recap of what's going on? Yeah, sure. So, basically, let me see... Mexico, what's this here? I guess cartel. I mean, that's probably the best way.
I don't understand why people always say that. What it's like to think a dude who doesn't shower is based. Who cares if he fucking showers? That's weird. Like, why would you... Like, it's the same thing with this whole incel thing. Whenever someone's spitting some base facts, they always sit there and talk about, well, you're just an incel, and it's like, I want to make, so, like, if you say you can't take anything he's saying as a base fact because he doesn't shower, I don't know if anything can really help you with that mentality, because the thing is who cares if he showers or if he doesn't? The dude doesn't do anything anyway. He doesn't do a damn thing. Constantly. All he does is stream for like 12, 13 hours a day. Like, if he wants to take a shower, if he doesn't want to take a shower, who gives a fuck? What matters is what his brain's doing. Last time I checked, you can't take your brain out of your skull and shower that. Like, who cares? It's just a way to disenfranchise people. That's all it is. When they don't attack an argument and they just attack you, it's because they don't have anything. They have nothing. They can't attack your argument. That's what it is.
Yeah,
it's you don't like somebody because either he's famous or he's wealthy or some other bullshit, and he's spitting base facts. You can't attack his argument, so you're gonna try to find something else. Like, it's so
it gets better. Well, like, yeah, I mean, obviously, and so here's even more information about this. Like, I didn't even know it was this extreme.
You're disenfranchised because you don't shower. Okay, well, that's great, but what he's saying doesn't change.
Mexican authorities have killed some drug cartel head, and the whole country is in chaos as terrorists launch coordinated attacks. And I think that, again, like, this really goes to show, I mean, there were some people that were, you know, critical of Trump for designating a lot of these cartels as terrorist organizations.
They are terrorist organizations. Anytime well, I mean, I'm not 100% sure. Is in order for it to be a terrorist organization, don't they have to have, like, political stuff, like, backing them? So I'm not sure about that, but I feel like we need to have another word that's like terrorist, just not terrorist. That is more for like like not drug members, but like gang members that are trying to like destabilize an economy or sell drugs or just do all kinds of bad shit like this. I feel like there needs to be another name for them that is equally as bad. I just don't know if I could call them terrorists. They're gang members for sure. They're not good people. but they're not doing like what was going on in Gaza. I'll say that.
Now at this point, there's like nobody that thinks that they're not, right? I mean, like everybody.
Well, yeah, now it's obviously a little different, but
they're doing. They're terrorists, right? This is what they're doing
because they're terrorizing people.
And
but I thought that in order for you to be classified a terrorist, you have to terrorize somebody based on political views. Like the people that get online and like threaten you and then call you stupid and stuff because of your political takes, that's technically a form of terrorism.
You didn't realize
they're trying to terrify you away from a political view or speaking a political view. Like that's literally like the base definition of it.
Also pretty much run Mexico. If you take out one of their head leaders, it's going to pop off. Well, the thing is that, I mean, again, it's like I mean, do you really think that the Mexican cartels are like more like militarily situated than, let's say, the Venezuela army? Well, I mean, obviously they're not.
No, they're
right?
not.
I mean, of
no
course
way.
they're not. So,
but you can't compare the cartel to an actual army. There's too many people that are part of the cartel that have no like genuine idea or direction. Unlike an army, like usually if you were an army, you're trained, military-esque. Everyone does the same thing. Everyone knows where to go if something gets jacked up. Everyone, has this routine that they follow, and they all do it together. So it's like
if America is able to just capture Maduro with no casualties, the odds are.
But you have to keep in mind that Venezuela was also ran by a huge drug, like. Isn't Venezuela also like captured by the cartel as well? Like, don't they have like a shitload of cartel in Venezuela as well? Isn't this just like tit for tat at this point?
Yes. If you think that, you're delusional. You're actually delusional. Like listen, the guys, I mean, the reason why the cartels are powerful is because number one, they have a lot of money, and number two, they operate through fear, and they're very good at effectively Machiavellian politics. They're very good at this. And so no chance they actually are, no joke. I mean, well, wait a minute. Like, nobody actually thinks this, right?
No, a form of terrorism is whenever you threaten somebody online because of their political views. That could be construed as a form of terrorism. Like if you get on and say you're going to harm somebody, and you specifically, like for example, a political person, like if you were to get online somewhere and message somebody and say we should really, go do some bad shit to, for example, the current president. I'm not going to say his name because I don't want to be put on a watch list, but that could be taken as a form of terrorism. Like, it's just verbal terrorism or written. But it's still, like, you're saying to do things to an extent where more and more people are getting involved. And then if the dude actually gets, then, like...
Than the Venezuelan army? Well, I'm going to just pull this up real quick. No, they're not. Like, it's not even remotely close. Like, it's like a mountain versus a molehill. Like, you look at what is a more effective fighting for, what is a, like, duh, of course. Of course the military is going to be stronger than a militia group. Obviously.
Okay, I'll pull up the definition of terrorism, no problem. Definition of terrorism. The calculated use of violence or the threat of violence to create fear and coerce governments or societies, typically to achieve political, religious, or ideological goals. There you go. That's exactly what I said. I'll even show it. I don't fucking care. Is it... Come on, focus. Focus, damn you. Ah, there he goes. Stop cherry picking, bruh.
Holy shit. Anyway, none of that really matters. Okay, what kind of question is this? The people, I think they very massively overestimate these
But the issue is that whenever you've got all these people going around online saying the exact same thing, it's the same thing, bro. It doesn't matter how you try to reword it. It's the same thing. I'm just gonna ban you because you're fucking retarded. How about that? You just catch an immediate permaban because you're fucking retarded. How about that? Bye-bye. Trying to fucking obfuscate bullshit, dude. Get out of here.
Groups.
You're dumb. Enjoy the Shadow Realm. Oh, great. Another instantly permabanned person.
People run away.
Bye-bye. Have fun in the Shadow Realm.
Cartel is too smart for this. They only care about money. See, that's the thing, too, is that, like, usually the cartel never does anything like this. Like, I'm actually really kind of surprised they're doing this. Because, like, at this point, right, it's like now you're creating a permission structure inside of... Because, and I'm not in Mexico, right? But this is probably what I think is going on in Mexico. And I'm making all this up, by the way. Just keep this in mind.
We live in a democracy. But if you're going to sit there and try to just be combative constantly, then maybe you should find somebody else to watch, because this isn't the place for you. We live in a democracy, but the channel as a whole is a dictatorship ran by me. So, again, the moderator, Puddin, is being very lenient for my reasons only.
All this up, but they have to. Well, I don't know if they do or not, but like basically, I bet a lot of people in Mexico view the cartel as a devil you know versus the American military and the United States of America. They might not like the cartel, but at least the cartel are Mexicans. And so really they don't want, like, there's probably a large amount of people politically in Mexico.
I agree. That's really what's going on, is that they're just mad that the governments are doing what the governments are supposed to be doing, which is protecting its citizens. Change is scary, I know, but we all have to grow up someday, right?
That don't want the United States military to come in and help them with the cartel because it's going to look like a military incursion into their country. So that's logically what's happening. You ever saw Sicario? Well, I'm talking about that's a movie, right? I'm talking about in reality.
I'm
so they're saying about it's a false flag.
I have a fiance, you lobotomite.
And so the reason why I find this to be surprising is that if they start terrorizing the people that are living in Mexico,
what does it matter if somebody has a partner or not? You realize, okay, so if you think of a monkey, its basic necessities are to eat, sleep, shit, fuck, and then, you know, just do whatever for the rest of the time, right? Like, why would you call somebody stupid when their base instinct isn't to do what a monkey does constantly, like that primal instinct? When someone starts using their brain and you call them an incel, who's really the incel? Doesn't it usually take one to know one? I mean, if you're just throwing that word around willy-nilly, then isn't that kind of an indicator right there? I mean, let's be honest here.
I could see people now at this point saying, you know what? I don't care about this. These people are attacking us. We need to make this stop.
You want the definition of a bigot? I'll give you the definition of a bigot. What is the definition of a bigot? A person who is absolutely or unreasonably attached to a belief, opinion, or faction, especially one who is prejudiced against or antagonized towards a person or people on the bias of their membership of a particular group. Could not spit that word out. The particular. So yeah, it's just more stupid people being hypocrites. That's all it is.
Kind of like what happened with Venezuela, where like a lot of people probably like, yeah, they might not have necessarily liked Maduro, but at least Maduro was a Venezuelan, you know, national. And so they wouldn't want to see this person get kidnapped. But after things get worse and they get worse.
No, if they were roaches, then they would be siding with us. That's the thing, is that a lot of them
then
aren't.
Very clearly a foreign intervention is much more welcomed. So with the cartels attacking and blowing things up and bombing things, it also it makes me believe that it's not even the cartel. And I know this sounds crazy, but like every interview that I've seen with these guys from the cartel, it seems like they just want to make a lot of money and do whatever the fuck they want, right? Like, they don't want to start a war. They don't want to have to deal with, like, a fight with the Mexican government.
Well, why would they? They've been doing the same thing for so long. You understand that the cartel's been around for well over 30 years now? They have done the exact same thing for literally decades now. Literally decades. Why would they want to ruin that? They're making shitloads of money. Why would they want to ruin that by starting a war with all these countries?
To try to fight the United States?
No, I really hope this isn't another put the fries in the bag situation. I really hope it isn't.
But they want to do that.
You see how that's going with all these gaming developers now. I certainly hope you don't want to go down that rabbit hole.
And so it's like CIA? Well, I don't know, right? I mean, but like, it could be any number of people, right? And so they don't seem to have a good reason to do this. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't seem like it's in the cartel's best interest to commit random acts of terrorism around Mexico. It doesn't seem like it's in their best interest, because it creates, them doing that creates a permission structure around the military being justified in going after them. And it even creates a structure in, you know, like the U.S. Delta Force going after them. Do you think they want that to happen? No, they don't. Even if they think they can win, they don't want to have that happen. They don't want to have to get in a fight and waste their time, money, and have some of their guys get killed. So why the fuck would they want to...
If you read what the Venezuelan security guys talked about whenever they went and got Maduro, man, they are lucky that the United States military was only there to get Maduro, and that anyone was even left alive to explain the horrors that happened whenever they captured Maduro. They are lucky. That was lenient. Like, holy crap, they could have done so much worse.
Even if they think they're going to come out ahead. So that's really what it is. It's somebody's lesser smart ones going berserk, maybe, but like, I don't know, last-ditch effort? I mean, I don't even know. Like, it just, you see what I'm saying, right? It doesn't make sense.
No, not at all.
Why she's saying the Trump administration did this, it seems like it's unlikely that's the case, or at least there's no information that that's the case.
Who is Laura Loomer? Is this like a political person? Is this somebody that works in the government? Because if not, like, when did we make it okay as big content creators? And well, I'm not part of that group. Like, when did it become okay for all of these legacy media TV shows and these news stations and these online influencers to think that it was okay to go out and straight up do defamation? Saying that somebody is something, did something, or was a part of something that they were not a part of is defamation. It's defamation. And then you got all these legacy media people that are bitching and complaining and moaning, and they're like, well, we're being censored. No, you're not being censored. You went out, and the court saw that you went out. That's why you lost, dipshit. And you said something that wasn't true about somebody, and you got fucking sued for it, and you lost. Because it's defamation. You can't just make up shit about somebody and not be surprised when you get fucking sued for defamation. Holy crap, like, it's so fucking brain dead.
Do they create an atmosphere where they show that they can do what they want? Yeah, but like, I mean, I don't think that's really gonna... I mean, creating an atmosphere where they show that they can do what they want.
That's why I like whenever people get in the comments and they're like, oh, but Trump's part of the files. Yeah, but there's nothing that condemns him in them yet that we've seen. Unless you see statements and lines that condemn him and make him part of the situation that was like, you know, he did this X, Y, and Z with so-and-so minor, that's different. But we haven't seen anything like that yet. And a lot of it's so damn, like, vague because of how redacted it is, that if you make these allegations and you make enough money off of that allegation, you're probably going to get fucking sued. Don't do it. Just wait.
I think that that's like the opposite of a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? The more that they try to message that, the more that there's probably going to be a pushback. Not special forces. These are members of a drug cartel in Mexico armed like a military unit. What is this?
Y así, voy a andar patrullando.
Yeah.
Puta madre.
Yep.
I do agree with that. You can't tell me that there's not probable cause to do an investigation. There is a mountain of probable cause in those files to do an investigation. I call BS on that. I want those files fully released and unredacted. I do. And if anyone was involved in that shit, they need to go to jail. Period. They need to go to jail for the rest of their life. They need to go to prison, not jail, prison. They need to go and be in there with inmate Doug, who's going to show them what a good time really looks like.
Yep. Amazon gear? I don't know. I mean, I've just got a feeling that, like, you know those, you know that helmet that, what's his name had? Palmer Luckey had? He brought to, like, Joe Rogan's show? And it's like a helmet that, like, lets you see in the dark and things. I've got a feeling that they probably don't have those, right? And so, it's just... the kind of all the gear, no idea. Yeah, the thing is that helmet's useless. Surely it's useless. And anyway, let me go back. I'll look at the rest of this. El Mencho, the leader of Mexico's sea chain cartel, is killed in an operation led by the Mexican army. So cartels in Mexico move like militias. They're heavily armed and dangerous due to massive amounts of financial backing from criminal enterprises. Oh boy. And so what are they? I don't even know what they're saying at all in this video, right? I don't know. But is this... This video shows a portion. What is this here? A portion of the cartel.
Is that a Ford? Is that? Are they really trying to show off with a Ford? That's a Ford, man. That's a Ford. Man, you probably gonna get like 20,000 miles out of that thing, and the whole damn thing's gonna fall apart. You acting tough next to a Ford, bro. You didn't even try to remove the fucking grill where the emblem would sit. You can still see the emblem logo.
The portion.
Hell, at least Chevy, you could just let that bitch sit there and rust.
Hell, is this it? So this is their military?
That's it. Man, that ain't gonna do shit whenever you getting microwaved from the inside out. I'm sure the Venezuelan security felt the same. Up until they started throwing up blood and bleeding out of their noses, huh? How the hell do you fight something that does that? You don't. You die. That's what happens to you. Can't fight that. Can't fight that, man. Can't fight that.
Uh-huh.
See, like, whenever the security, what happened with Venezuela happened, it don't matter how much of a Billy badass you are, don't matter how many men you've killed, doesn't matter what kind of workout routine you go through. Whenever you are getting microwaved from the inside out by advanced technology, well, you might as well just take all that shit and throw that in the garbage because you cooked. That's just all there is to it. Seriously, there's no defending that. You can't...
That's the cartel? Yeah, I didn't know because they had the lights.
Eh?
Man.
Circumstances. Microwave name. I don't see a Joshua. I don't see a Joshua.
Do you think past year or so...
That might just be something that you can see, Puddin'. Some of those comments are probably being held for review. Let me see. Hold on. Maybe something got bumped on my streaming settings. Let me see. It's not that big of a deal. If their comments are being held for review, that's not really my fault. It means that they're saying stuff that's so jacked up that it's not even letting it pass the censorship stuff. Comments on moderation basic. Don't hold any comment. I'm not gonna not hold comments because like that's gonna be a mistake. They're probably comments that only you can see, Puddin'. I can't see them.
Causes some unrest. I think it probably does. I think that
if you're gonna type something out that's so vulgar that you're getting caught by the YouTube's like because it has like a level of security before it gets posted onto the stream. If you're getting caught by that, you probably shouldn't be in the streaming space because you're just gonna get banned from wherever you go. Like you gotta be more civil with whatever you're trying to say, even if you gotta like bleep some things out. But if you just have like fuck 7 times in a sentence, there's a good chance that YouTube is gonna hold that, and I'm never gonna see it. Like I don't like usually the only people that are gonna see that are the YouTube that it holds. It has like a data thing where it holds all that shit, or if in an instance where you have a moderator like I have Puddin', then he's going to see that, but I'm never going to see that. So just a heads up to anyone who's just trying to like say stupid stuff.
The more difficult ways to like, this is kind of just what happens with anything, right? It's like the thing I've always said, when the well runs dry, people begin to eat each other. And really, I mean, they probably had, I mean, like whenever Biden was president, I mean, things are probably great for them, right? Because like, you know, they were bringing stuff over, people were going crazy, everybody was like, you know, popping off, and, you know, they're trafficking people in and everything. It's AI. No, it just looks like basically a, you know, just like a militia, right? I mean, that's a lot of them too. And before this is linked as an ICE video? Well, I don't know about that. I mean, it seems like that's part of it. Hyper-violent cartel was heavily militarized and outgunned police and Mexican military. Oh, boy.
John Cott.
And cartels are good at one thing, sneaking drugs into America. Yeah, I mean, they're very good at that. But I think also, like, Trump locking down the border probably made things a lot harder for them. So I bet probably in the process of that,
that's crazy, because I don't even see that comment.
A lot. The news that the Lago is based in Portugal? No, I didn't hear about that at all. I have no idea. They're being squeezed? Yeah, they're being squeezed, and I could see that happen. You know what you're talking about? The burning of civilian operations were done in response to possible capture of the leader. They do this to halt military from leaving with their leader. I'm sure they didn't know he was actually killed and taken to a hospital. Well, I don't know about that. I mean, like, I still don't really see why that would even happen. Like, they're burning it to try to stop them from leaving. They're just going to drive around the truck. Like, what do you mean? Like, if this is the military, do you really think, like, a burning car is going to stop a military vehicle? I don't think that happens. Like, what do you mean? And also, they have a helicopter, so why would they set a car on fire? It doesn't even make sense. So, yeah.
That is a good question. If they have all this badass shit, then why are they setting cars on fire?
I don't know about that.
It makes you wonder.
My God. Wow. Wow. I'm pretty sure they didn't, but either way, like, that's a bad thing. If the Mexican people are really afraid of them, then wouldn't that mean that they'd be more willing to, like, let the military go after them or allow the U.S. military to do that? I mean, I feel like that's... I think that would have the opposite reaction in my mind, right?
Let's move on from this. We got other stuff to cover.
So to the angry mob of Muslims is a hero. The second half of the video has gone viral after this amazing policewoman put radical Islamists in their place after they called the police to remove a Christian preacher in their Christian country. They kept saying this is a Muslim area. No, this is England.
Context.
Teachings about what
so England or the UK is going crazy right now.
And I'm quoting it. And I'm asking them, do you believe this? Do you believe this? And I'm telling them that Christianity preaches this.
Obviously, you're in a Muslim area.
You can't go to a foreign country and say that it's a Muslim area. That's disgusting. That's disgusting. You are in a foreign country and you are saying that an area is Muslim.
Why do you come here?
That would be like if somebody moved to America and took over an area in America and said that it is now Muslim, even though it's a Christian country, like for the most part, not Christian, but like Catholic country.
Us to worship a Jewish man. We don't want to worship a Jewish man. They want us to worship a Jewish man.
So listen. I hear what you're saying. In this country, we have freedom of speech, the same way you guys have your freedom of speech. Now, you guys don't need to see eye to eye, and you don't need to agree, and you're all more than welcome to stand here and have conversations with them, but they're not being aggressive.
That's right. That means you can fuck off. That's what happens when you move to a foreign country with freedom. You can't just bully somebody offline or bully somebody who's just standing there preaching the Lord's work. You know, he's out there doing the Lord's work.
Let me paraphrase what he just said. Since the Christian preacher is in a Muslim area, other Muslims could eventually mess him up.
That's their risk. That's their risk.
What are the risks?
The risks are that they could get assaulted.
All right.
Isn't it?
These are just violent mobs of people that want
Yeah, that's the crazy part. That's how they are too. That's how these people are online. Whenever you're saying stuff, this is what led to the death of Charlie Kirk right here. Not these people necessarily, but like that mentality of, well, we're gonna call the police, and the police are gonna stand by what's going on here, which is freedom of speech, and then they start assaulting you, and it's like, dude, that's not how the country works.
beat the shit out of anybody who disagrees with their religion.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
The fact that these people are in Britain in the first place is a mistake.
It is. You can't expect these people to assimilate with your culture. Why are they there? If you're allowing these immigrants to come to your country, they need to assimilate with the culture that's already there. If they don't want to assimilate and all they're going to do is be what is effectively a parasitic or an infection, then they need to go back. Because, like, you can't, like, you're attacking somebody because they're in an area preaching, like, you know, just talking about God and reading his book and trying to convert people. Like, you can't attack people for that. That's crazy.
Because what you say, there must be something wrong.
He's not even hurting anybody.
A lot of us that are mad, that means that we're justified.
There must be something wrong, right?
No.
Yeah.
No, the laws protect him. Get out of here, man.
But you see, there's a difference between hate and freedom of speech.
There's a difference between hate and freedom of speech. People like this advocate for this protection, but then whenever they have a majority, they'll totally oppress the people that are around them.
What he's doing is hate.
He's not. That's a full hate crime, man.
It's not.
He's going fully against another religion.
If you're going against our religion is a hate crime.
We don't have control.
And this is Islam, this is Whitechapel, Bengali area also. Muslim area. He's offending our prophet.
I understand.
You don't even have to believe in the same religion. But, like, all these people that are like, this is our area, that is not assimilation. That is a takeover. That is a straight-up takeover.
I understand that you guys don't want to hear it. I would recommend that you just move away and don't listen to him.
Yeah, just get the fuck out of here. Exactly. Problem solved.
But you're going to stand here.
But excuse me, officer, we live here. So if we came outside,
you're not in his. He's not in your home.
No, but
He's not in your home, and he's on public property. He's on the sidewalk.
This is our community. You don't see Muslims walking around insulting other faiths and religions.
But nobody's insulting anybody.
But he's not preaching. He's inciting hatred by saying, he was calling our prophet a donkey.
No, that's not what he said.
This ideology is just totally incompatible with Western values.
It is. No, dude, no. If that's the mentality of the people that you're allowing to immigrate into your country, you're cooked. You're never going to be able to allow that, dude.
Culture. People are afraid to say this.
That's effectively colonization right there. They're moving into other cultures, and they're taking over the culture.
I think this needs to be said. In the same way that you shouldn't be going over to Saudi Arabia and telling all the Muslims, you need to let women, you need to let them vote, you need to let them wear this. They also need to not come over here and tell us, you need to stop doing this, you need to start doing this. These two ideologies and ways of life are completely incompatible. They
are
kept saying this is a Muslim area. No, this is England. Yeah, exactly, right? And this is what they try and do. They try to take over areas, then they try to enforce their own laws into that. No, this is amazing.
Yep.
Yeah, total fucking patriot. I love to see this. Absolutely.
Well, yeah, no, she's doing her job, which is to inform a bunch of people that think that they're effectively like a gang, dude. Like, holy crap. And we're not done yet. There's more of this.
To redress this is not to empower the state to ban adults from marrying each other, not least because
This guy is trying to advocate for inbred marriages, like incest marriages and stuff like that.
I don't think it would
See, like, if Winston Churchill was still around, this guy would be gone. It would be like, okay, well, so you think you can marry your cousin? I see. Go ahead, you're gonna come with us. Nobody should be marrying their cousin. It's fucking disgusting. This is ridiculous. This is what animals do. It's outrageous.
In doing so, it is important to recognize for many people this is a highly sensitive issue.
It's not a sensitive issue. For anybody, if it's a sensitive issue for you, you should be deported immediately. Talk about marrying.
How do you go into a different country and then try to advocate for being able to marry cousins? That's gross. That's disgusting.
Your cousin? The fuck is this?
And in discussing it, we should try to step into the shoes of those.
Why? There's nothing that is good from marrying or being with somebody that's part of it's already part of your bloodline. You only get negatives from that. There is nothing that will ever be good from that.
Who perhaps are not from the same culture as ours.
No, I disagree. I think we should take their shoes and throw them out of the fucking house. If your culture says marrying your cousin is okay, then your culture's wrong.
Well, that's just like whenever you read some of these, like, I don't know which religion it is, but it's like, well, we're God's people and we're the chosen, and we're promised, like, from certain parts, they were promised land like 2,000 years ago, and it's like, how convenient that your religion says that you can have this land. Huh. The book, you mean to tell me that the book that you wrote says that you're obligated to this land? Huh. That doesn't seem like a problem at all.
Understand why the practice continues to be so widespread. An estimated
Who cares why?
35 to 50% of all subs.
You know, people marry their cousin in Western culture areas, right? Do you think I support
It's illegal, though. It's illegal to do that. I'm fairly certain in all 50 states it's illegal.
It's not a culturally accepted thing to marry your cousin.
It's not. It is not accepted. It's gross.
All you have to do is you look at, let me just pull this up, top 20 countries by rate of inbreeding. See how many of them are Western countries. 0%. Check Alabama. Alabama, that's a meme. That's a meme. Yeah, sure, there's rednecks that inbreed, but like everybody knows that they're retarded and nobody takes them seriously.
Well, that's because they're hill people. They live up in the mountains and nobody has to deal with them. That's why.
Play this or say that, oh, well, we do it too. No, we
don't. And most of them are fucked up, mentally retarded, and ill, too. A lot of them are very disfigured.
And for good reason.
Saharan African populations either prefer or accept cousin marriages, and it is extremely common in the Middle East and in South Asia. The reason the practice is so common is that ordinary people see family intermarriage overall as something that is very positive, something that helps build family bonds and helps put families on a more secure financial foothold.
Well, yeah, those some nasty shoes, man.
Retarded.
Gotta burn them shoes.
That's a good idea. You're a retard. You need to get deported.
I would therefore.
How are you in a Western culture trying to push this, bro? Like, there's no shot anyone takes this serious, right? Surely.
Urge the House to vote against this motion and to find a more positive approach instead of stigmatizing those who are in cousin marriages or.
No, they're trying. See, this is the kind of thing. Like, I'm actually glad that they're pushing for this because I think that this is kind of a red line for a lot of Americans and also like.
Well, it's the same line that the trans community. Well, not necessarily the trans community, but the activists of the trans community crossed whenever they started pushing all that crap onto the kids.
Where people realize, wait a minute, maybe being tolerant to inbreeding is a bad idea. Maybe that's a bad idea. We should absolutely stigmatize this. Yeah. Anybody doing this should be locked up. It's sick. Yeah. I don't know why anybody
it's gross.
Would say this. It's sick and disgusting. And anybody that's advocating for it should get deported.
Yeah, like, no, dude, that's not assimilation. That's trying to change the culture.
Oh, I saw this. You check out the ex-CIA
Not that one. Okay, so check this out. So we've got a few things going on now. We've got France and we've got the UK that are both dealing with their own shit now because of the immigration. So we covered that one guy, that low guy, that is the, I guess, it's the Britain version of Make America Great Again. Apparently someone was killed. Someone was beaten to death. And they are, the British people are rising up against the mass immigration that has been going on in Britain. Look at all those British flags. See, that's what I want to see whenever I see a protest. Why is it that other countries seem to have their ideals lined up, but for whatever reason, whenever I see a protest in America, all I see is, like, foreign flags? Look at how many British flags are here.
Around these European countries like Germany, France, they have engineered a situation that's radicalized a lot of people. I haven't even seen this. Look at this. Totally gridlocked Manchester City Center with a major fight back against immigration. Oh, shit.
They're not even asking to deport illegals. They want immigrants gone. They don't even just want illegals. They want immigration completely dismantled.
Look at the sign. Oh, boy.
That's a crusader.
A lot of people.
Man, look at how happy they are, too. They're not trying to run off the media, either. Look at how happy they are. Man, it's a big surprise. You could really tell whenever they're being paid and when they're not, huh? Oh, wait, did I say that out loud?
We love you!
Yep. Remigration now. Big things are happening, gentlemen. Big things are happening.
This is what it looks like whenever you try to change a culture. Why not assimilate? Don't be part of the problem. And they just couldn't do that. They just couldn't do that. They couldn't just assimilate.
I'm very happy to see this. This is amazing.
Well, as you heard from the leader of Britain First himself, today marks Manchester for the English, and this is
an important reason. So, like, basically, people might wonder, like, why I give a shit about this, because usually I say, like, I don't care what happens in other countries.
Well, it's because it's not just an American problem anymore. It's happening all over the world. Even Japan just voted in a woman who was her political goals were to mass deport and stop immigration and stop illegals. Like, it's cooked, man. It's microwaved.
Like Britain is like an ideological, like brother or sister nation to America in a lot of ways, right? I mean, a lot of people came from there, etc. So there's definitely that. There's also that when it's like a dominoes, right? As soon as it happens in Britain and it becomes normalized in Britain, then it becomes normalized in France. Then after it's normalized in France, it becomes normalized in Spain. After that, it's normalized in Italy. After that, it's normalized in Germany. And then all the dominoes start falling because
That's my view of it. Like, why are all these people fleeing? Because, like, let's be honest. I mean, Somalia is a third world country. A lot of these people that are fleeing their countries, why don't they stand and fight? Like, it kind of makes me wonder if this isn't some form of New Age warfare where they're just trying to import as many people as they can into cities to destabilize governments or to straight up take over, like straight up colonization. I mean, look at Ilhan Omar. She's not even a full-fledged U.S. citizen. She came here. She immigrated here, and she's in our politics trying to dismantle. So you have Ilhan Omar, who is trying to dismantle the DHS, the Department of Homeland Security, who was built to remove terrorists, and she got her political power from a state where they have arrested and incarcerated Somalian immigrants who have been found doing fraudulent behavior with daycares and sending the money to terrorists in Somalia. Of course they want to she wants to get rid of the DHS. Duh. What do you think? Come on.
People that feel this way, but there is the illusion of social pressure that you're not allowed to express it. So the moment that the dam breaks and people are able to express these viewpoints again, then you're going to see a deluge of these people. Like, you're going to see this multiply by like hundreds, right? Literally, like if
there are people saying nasty comments in the comment section that have to do with race or something like that, like Islamic people, I don't support that, and I definitely don't know a green substance. I don't know you like that, man. And even if I did, I don't really feel that way towards Islamic people. That's just low IQ thinking. To think that a race of people is just bad, I don't really believe that. I think that there are good people in every race, ethnicity, religion. I don't understand. And keep in mind that if you keep saying stuff like that, you're probably either going to get timed out or permabanned. So I don't know what the heck that's about, but I have a moderator and he has my number, so maybe be mindful what you put down in the comments, huh?
One person that's here, there's going to be probably like 10 or like 20 people that are there. No, so it's Domino's. Yeah, British likes warm beer, Coast. Yeah, exactly. And no wonder they're having a hard time defending their own culture. Well, I don't know about that. As a German, I really hope you're right with this. Yeah, of course. And so please be careful with your words. Well, I'm just saying what I think is going to happen. Like, in my opinion, I think they have a huge...
If you're part of a culture that just can't assimilate with another culture, that's okay. Like, some people believe in inbreeding. I definitely don't think Americans do. It is stigmatized here heavily for obvious reasons. And if you think that you can go into a culture where you can make inbreeding legal and you can marry your cousin, especially a culture like America, you're not going to win that fight. You're fighting an uphill battle. You're not going to win that.
Immigration problem, a huge migrant problem, and they need to get rid of them. They need to send them all back.
You can go, and the reason why these countries don't want to immigrate to each other, like that's the reason why you don't have Saudi Arabia immigrating to Somalia, is because they're all kind of shitholes. I mean, not necessarily the people there, but like their country is just garbo. Not like, I'm sorry, I meant to say their government is garbo. I feel like if they had better reformed governmental people and honestly laws, it would really change a lot about that, how things are done in that culture. But if you were to try to make these two people go and, be nice to each other, they'd probably end up killing each other. Like, straight up. But what they're doing instead is taking advantage of countries like America, Canada, and Britain, or the UK in general. And that's the reason why, right there, it's easier to run a scheme where you knock people out and take their wallet. In Japan, it's way easier to do it there than it is to try and go to Saudi Arabia or somewhere like that's... Though Saudi Arabia is pretty, though. I'll say that. Saudi Arabia is gorgeous.
Exactly what they need to do. They need to take the amount of migrants they take and take it down to literally zero, put it to zero, and then remove every asylum seeker in the country from a non-Western country. Like, for example, like if someone's an asylum seeker from Ukraine, I think they're fine. But if someone's an asylum seeker from like a PvP server, like Afghanistan...
I agree. Like, there are some people that should be allowed to migrate, and there are some people that just shouldn't. And the reason why is because if you're not on good terms with their country, then why should you allow them to migrate? Especially if they are not, like, they don't have a job the minute they get here, and they're just taking welfare. That just isn't a good idea. It's just not a good idea.
They need to go. That's what I would do.
One of the first times a major right-wing political party...
Because the issue isn't necessarily that these people are migrating. The issue is that these governments are allowing them to migrate without them having a work visa into a country where all of the taxpayer money is paying for welfare, for example, like America, and the welfare is just being hemorrhaged to these immigrants that we just can't afford. We cannot afford you. We cannot, especially if you don't have a job and you're not a tax-paying person. We are effectively hemorrhaging wealth to them from the government. And we can't afford that.
He has talked about remigration, the concept of the repatriation of people who democratically, risk the security of our people.
Yep. The risking the security. That's a good way to say it. It absolutely is. And I'm glad to see this. Invaders just attacked the March for Remigration. Oh, no.
If I'm not mistaken, this is happening because somebody was with the political party that is, it's like remigration. And their policies are to get all the illegals out and, just be done with it, right? And probably some of the immigrants as well. He was beaten to death, handing out flyers on the street by a bunch of, I don't know if it was immigrants or illegals, and that's how this blew up to where it is. Like, he was beaten to death, which is awful. That's a terrible way to go, too.
Uh-oh. Man, not a good idea? No. The police are trying to get him away. Mm-hmm. That's smart.
Oh, they're arresting him. Oh, look at that, a problem boy.
Punishment seeking out of the country shouldn't be deportation when you have your previous assets and language. You think we should take all their stuff?
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
I feel like if you're here illegally and you got all your stuff because of fraud, they should just deport you anyway and debank you. They should seize all your assets.
Maybe we should do that.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Even if you came here as an immigrant and you did everything the right way, if you built if you got all of your wealth from fraud, they should still do the same thing. They should still deport you as well. They shouldn't even put you in jail. They should just deport you.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, here it is. So there's been a whole march for remigration in Manchester. I didn't even hear about this. So they're having a massive thing.
Here.
What
Being
happened?
held at the moment.
Why's he got a stick?
It's going off over here.
Get back! Get back!
Oh, he's got a bat. Oh, he's got a bat drawn out. He's just pulled the flag. He's just grabbed hold of that flag, ripped it off. He just ripped hold of that flag.
The next step to this, by the way, is that people will just openly say that they're racist. That's the next step. So whenever people start doing that, that's whenever things are really going to accelerate. Because you've got right now people that still try to pretend like, oh, that's not the reason why. When they start pushing that, that's whenever you know things are really getting real.
Well, that's because people just don't care anymore. The issue is that these people that are doing this, these illegals, and sometimes even these immigrants that get brought in because of the government, and they're given all this welfare and housing and like food, and you've got homeless people on the streets. Like, what did you think was going to happen? You imported a group of people, did not expect them to get a job or assimilate with your culture. You gave them a bunch of money, a place to stay, food, and travel. And you have homeless veterans, you have homeless people on the side of the street that would love to have that just so they can get back on their feet. And you didn't expect this to blow up into what it did? Especially whenever you're telling people that now, because of how much welfare is being drawn out, that we won't even have Social Security by the year 2035? The fuck did you think was going to happen? Seriously, what'd you think was going to happen?
Horses coming across.
Yep, you got the cavalry.
They're going to grab him. They're going to grab him. They're going to grab him.
Uh-oh. Oh.
Oh, he's having a swing.
Oh, they're getting violent.
He's got a helmet on this lad. He ain't getting nowhere, mate.
You brought in Big Baldy.
They
got him Big Baldy.
How's he not been nicked?
That's a big boy. Look at him.
All these police. How's he been nicked yet?
That's an orc. Hide behind the cops, yeah. Uh-oh. So they're running him out. Jesus.
He's been run away from his own motor. He's over here. He's over here at the moment. Yeah, you're okay, you're okay, you're okay. I'm not interfering, mate. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about me. Yeah.
Tested, provoked, and attacked Muslim men. They called them dirty Muslim rats. Then they shouted Allah Akbar. Who the fuck is Allah? Islamophobia is a cancer in Britain, fueled by Restore Britain. How much more can we take? Man. I'm going to tell you one thing. I've said this before. Islamophobia is a made-up word that's invented to shut down criticism of Islam. Islam is completely justified in being criticized. Don't ever let...
Yeah, that is just crazy to me that they made a word specifically so they couldn't get criticized. It's insanity. It's no different than calling people Nazis because they want to deport people for being here illegally. It's crazy, dude. It's crazy.
Somebody tell you...
bootlicker for just trying to follow the law. It's insanity, dude.
You're not allowed to criticize Islam, or Islamophobia is a legitimate thing. Islam is a religion. It's a selection and a collection of ideas. I have a lot of friends that are Muslim. I respect Muslims. I respect Islam. But that doesn't mean...
Yeah, that doesn't mean that you go into somebody's house and keep your shoes on after they ask you to leave them by the door. That's right. When you're in somebody's house, someone else's house, you respect that culture. Just...
can't criticize it as well. This idea that they should have a unique privilege to not have their religion criticized is ridiculous. It goes counter to everything inside of Western culture, and anybody pushing that in our culture should be repudiated. So yeah, that's the way I see it. And they're evil. I got plenty of friends that are Muslim. I don't think they're evil. I got a lot of friends. We should never respect it. No, I got no problem. But the thing is, like, this is the way I see it, right? I said this many times. I go to Saudi Arabia, I respect it. They come here, I want them to respect what we do. It's simple. That's called, it's just respect, it's common sense.
It's this thing called mutualism.
And I feel like anybody, like, how could you be against that? How could you say that's a bad thing? I don't know. And so same with anti-Semitism. I think anti-Semitism is a little bit different, but I think it's in general the case, right? Then don't go there then. Exactly, yeah, don't go there. Respect goes both ways, exactly. They won't assimilate here in the West, then don't let them come. Like, if they're not assimilating and they're causing problems, don't let them show up. Like, difference between trad Islam and reformist. Listen, my point is that if you come to another country and you don't assimilate with that culture and you push your own narrative, I think you've got a big problem. That's really where I'm at. That's you because you're the majority. If you were forced to live under Muslim majority rule, the dynamic would change. I don't want to live under Muslim majority rule. I want to live under...
We live in America. Why should we be forced to live under Muslim majority rule? That mentality's stupid. Oh, if you lived under Muslim majority rule, well, we don't. We live in America. We don't live in Muslim. Well, I mean, we don't live in Israel. We don't live in those countries that do that. Like
Christian Western majority rule.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I don't think there's a confusion here.
No,
like,
there's
just
not.
because I can go to somebody else's country and respect what they're doing doesn't necessarily mean that I think this person is like, I want them to tell me what to do. Like, that's it. Sure. So, like, and that's fine. And, like, if a Muslim went and they told me, said, yeah, I'm here, right? I understand this, but I wish I was living in a country that had Sharia law. I would say respect. Because that's your ideology. That's the way you see the world. I don't have any problem with that. I don't think anybody should have a problem with that. The problem isn't that... See, the issue isn't that people want to live the way they want to live. The issue is that some people want to push a narrative that
they want to change the culture of a different country instead of just going back to their own country. It's a form of colonialism. They're taking over the country. That's what they're doing.
That's
That's
the difference.
literally what they're doing.
They want to push it on somebody else. They want to tell other people what to do. It's more than that. You can say that because you're not overrun by these fucks. Yeah, exactly, right? But like, and the thing is, like, I think that's fair. Like, you're absolutely right. But that's how I see things. These people get scared and upset and worried that now you have to, you know, help them and be nice to them. There's no reason to do that. The fact is that if they're doing this and they're pushing this narrative, just keep going. Keep going. Even because if you got people on the run, keep going even harder. To the extent that people express any weakness, that just means that you're winning. That's it. Never said anything about restore? Yeah. Why do they not firebomb cars? It's not America. It's not what they do. That's what those like weird Antifa people do. It's not Antifa. These people care about their country. They don't want to destroy it. It's pretty obvious.
And you know why all the native tribes kept their way of living? It's because after they killed off all their opposing tribes that they had on American soil, using the resources that the original people came here gave them, like clothing with smallpox and guns, after they had got done killing off their tribe, the other opposing tribes that they had to deal with, they decided to pick a fight with what is now known as the average American. And, well, they got their ass handed to them and almost got completely annihilated off the face of the planet. And now they're allowed to have reservations. And that is all because of luck, honestly. I am shocked that they even were able to maintain that. But they lost, bro. Like, and the only reason why they're even talked about is because they didn't kill everybody and just rewrite history. That's what happens when you lose a war. You lose the war.
No, this is amazing.
They were conquered. Like,
to see this a lot.
How do you think the Queen of England was able to rule England? Well, it's probably because somebody conquered that land, and then now they have their queen or king.
Nazis than right-wing people? Well, who cares how close they are to a Nazi? Like, I mean, this is not going to be like that type of, like, any sort of messaging. I got to explain this to you. Any kind of messaging that's trying to tell people, like, oh, this person's a Nazi, that person's a Nazi, or something like that, this doesn't work anymore. This doesn't work on anybody. It's not a winning argument. It's not a winning message. It doesn't work at all. Nobody cares. The only people that care are people that want to take away your rights and your right to live in a country in the way that you want. That's it.
That's right.
It's that simple. People actually fought Nazis to be labeled as Nazis today? Yeah.
That's the crazy part.
Oh. That's an old school emote. You don't see that one anymore. That's from like the last season. Yeah, you had to have the maxed out battle pass from the last season to get that one. This is the wrong hand. It was.
I'm not even gonna lie. I think that whatever political power is trying to push these immigrants and trying to push these illegals, I feel like there's a major war going on, like I wouldn't say it's fake, but like a quiet war that's going on. And I'm not sure which side is winning.
And so
that's the scary part.
Exactly. And so what is this here? And why'd you climb 40K? Who cares? Like, I don't know. I stream. The thing is, people always get focused on viewer count, etc. You know, whether I'm getting 10K, 20K, 50K, 100K viewers. That this is the same type of manipulation that a lot of these people do. Is that what they show at the beginning is a person who is now already on the ground and the altercation has begun. Right, they're already.
That's what they were doing in Minneapolis. You notice that all those videos of Freddie or oh my God, Renee Good, it showed like the minute she started revving her engine and then running into an ICE agent. It didn't show the full fact, and then they spun off crazy narratives like she was going to drop her kids off and stuff. Or like Peretti, they were like, well, he's a good guy, and then his parents came forward and said that he hadn't been to work, he had gotten fired, like he had gotten involved with the wrong group of people. He was out there breaking taillights off of federal cars with a firearm in his back. Like, and it's just the narrative. It can be spun 60 different ways until you get an administration that just releases the full deck of cards, huh? You got the full narrative being unraveled whenever they just release all the information of the incidents that happen.
It's real Ligma news? This is not even this can't be real, right? This has got to be a meme name. And so it looks like a troll account. Well, either way, a lot of people think like this. Whenever you see, here, let me give you some advice. Whenever you see one of these altercations happening and the person that's showing you the footage shows it to you as it's happening and not what leads up to it happening, and then they include basically like what they think happened or they're basically like giving you a conclusion for it. The reason why they're doing that is they want to lead you to a conclusion that is inaccurate. They're trying to intentionally misrepresent it for whatever reason. So that's it. And people tend to record after the altercation started. They do tend to record after the altercation started. That's true.
But yeah, you know what ends up happening? An even more defined example of this is if you just walked up to somebody and slapped them in the face, and then they like hit you, and then you start recording that. You start recording after you slap them in the face. That's where this is. That's effectively what's going on. But then you've got these other cameras and other bystanders that have started recording sooner, and they're the ones that are unraveling this obvious nonsense.
It's just like the ICE thing. Do I still have it? Yep, here it is. Anti-ICE propaganda video timeline. Do something stupid and illegal. Police tell you to stop. You don't stop and you keep doing it. The police try to get you. You run away. They still get you. Now you start recording. I did nothing wrong. Flailing around. This is just like the Nazis. This is exactly the same thing that I've said over and over and over. That's it. And so whenever you look at this, it's the same thing with this. It's just a different venue. But the one thing that they have in common is that it's a misrepresentation.
Oh, you should know that they've started sending out subpoenas and warrants to everybody that was involved with the riots and stuff. So like anyone that assaulted a federal agent or anything like that, they're starting to send out federal warrants, and they're getting days in court now. So that's what I had said whenever all that stuff started happening. I was like, whenever the flack settles, these people are going to get their court after the fact. After the fact.
And I think that's really what they like to do. They have to do that, really.
Holy shit. That's a Crusader flag.
Britain first, ready to move. Whoa. That's the motherfucking Crusader flag. Oh my god. Oh my god. Like, this is insane. The policewoman standing up to the angry mob of Muslims is a hero. What's this?
We saw that already.
Thing that controls. Oh, you need to let them wear this. They also need to not come over here and tell us, you need to stop doing this. You need to start doing this. This needs to be more like what we have. This is the main problem.
Yeah, that's it's mostly what this is completely about. Is you've got all these cultures that just won't assimilate. Then why have them here? To begin with, why bring them over and allow them to either immigrate or come here illegally, regardless? If they're not going to assimilate with the culture, they're going to try and change it. You're not helping anybody by doing that.
Oh, I saw this. Hundreds of nationalists outside an Antifa bar tonight chanting revenge for Quentin. Are they saying revenge or justice? Actually, justice? Okay. So this guy got beat to death for doing security for a women's protest. Here's the video of the young man.
Oh, was it this guy? Damn, I guess I had that twisted.
In France, who was beaten to death by Antifa. Quentin, who is now brain dead, was volunteering as security for a conservative women's group when he was jumped by Antifa.
I can't.
And you know what's crazy is that Trump's already said that Antifa, like he already made Antifa a terrorist organization in America. It's already been classified that.
Show it, but there's literally 6 people on the guy, and then they just leave him there.
Jesus, look at them go! What a bunch of animals.
That was the beginning of a brutal mob attack that ended the life of 23-year-old mathematics student
Bro, he was 23?
Quentin Duranque. Quentin, a pious Catholic, was providing security for the anti-mass migration feminist group Collective Nemesis in Lyon. After dozens of far leftists pursued the women, resulting in running street battles, a gang of Antifa scumbags isolated and viciously assaulted Quentin.
We're outnumbered. Must have been 30 or 40 of them. Armed with a metal knuckle, knives. Oh my god. Some had sticks and even used around them. They're the same often people involved in violent attacks on young people. Well, that's how they have to maintain power, is by being violent. Can't win.
That is a form of terrorism right there. That's what terrorism looks like in a country nowadays. Is whenever you speak your mind about something that obviously isn't right, whenever you've got these people in your country trying to change the culture, they can't come at you with words because they know they're in the wrong. They either try to attack your character or they try to kill you like Kirk. They try to kill you like what they did to Kirk. Or they beat you to death like they did to this young man right here. He was a mathematical student. He probably could have been an engineer. He could have went off and had a great life. He's dead now.
You know, inside of a fair system.
Active members of the Antifa Jeune Garde were involved, including, crucially, a parliamentary collaborator of MP Raphael Arnaud, the founder of the group responsible for the attack. The French Parliament responded by banning Jacques-Élie Favreau from the National Assembly, with some alleging that Favreau was directly involved in the attack on Quentin. Arnaud was elected last year after receiving support from Jean-Luc Mélenchon's party. Yeah, France is so screwed, they've literally got Antifa thugs pulling the levers of power in Parliament. Mélenchon himself had the audacity to respond to the attack by claiming his party were the real victims, as others demanded investigation. Not to be deterred, far-left scumbags in Paris tore down posters paying tribute to Quentin.
Of course they're tearing it down. They want to do this. They push for this all the time. They want to kill them.
You're right. We do respect other cultures and their freedom, as long as they're doing it in their own damn country.
It's their goal. That's why they did it. It's the same thing with Charlie Kirk. These people will kill you if they have the opportunity to.
Oh yeah, it's just like the Minneapolis riots that were going on. If they could kill you and get away with it, they would have. They absolutely. I mean, they were assaulting any legacy media people that were going down there. That's why you didn't see anybody on the ground down there. Even MSNBC, any of the left or right. They were immediately getting assaulted, getting attacked.
Even prompted.
Hell, one YouTuber went down there and he got stabbed. Like,
President Emmanuel Macron to condemn the killing, as he urged for calm and restraint in its aftermath. Naturally, the media's attempt to bury the story was revealing. Student death puts French far left under pressure.
Oh, wow. That's a pretty passive headline. What do you advise besides calming down? Do you want vigilante justice? So, like, if I was them and I actually cared about this problem, I would call out explicitly the people that did it. I would say that we are going to use the full extent of the law to find out not only who did this, but also the collaborators. I would say in plain English or plain French what their ideology was, why they did it, and the fact that it's unacceptable and that you're going after that group of people. And if it was a far-right person that did the crime, that's exactly what they would do. And massive protests are taking place all across France, holding the far left responsible for Quentin's murder.
Quentin avait 23 ans.
So yeah, obviously a lot of people are supporting this. Conservative activists in France have been posting memorials.
The tides are changing, boys. And it's not just nationwide, it's worldwide.
Flyers? Holy shit.
You can sit there and attack someone's character all you want, but it takes one political opponent that's going to come forward and say some of the shit that dude in Britain's doing that is like Rupert Lowe. And that's going to be it. Because you can sit here and censor as much as you want, however much you want, but it's going to take one person to make a GoFundMe to get campaign funds, and that's going to be it.
Something about it.
That's going to be it right there, boy.
The issue is that at a certain point, there will be a tipping point and a boiling point where it becomes so bad, so pronounced, so extreme, something bad.
And I love how, like, someone had commented earlier, like, oh, well, I thought Americans were accepting. Well, I don't see you going into somebody's chat that has to deal with this in their country. I don't see you doing this for any UK members. I don't see you doing this for Japan or China. Why the hell should we be accepting? I don't give a fuck. They're hurting our system. They're taking away Social Security of people that have the right to get Social Security because they've paid into it their whole goddamn life. Our Social Security system is the reason why you get taxed more than you make. Don't talk to me about giving a fuck about a foreign country, dude. I don't care. We got too many Americans that are hemorrhaging money to taxes that are being told that in the year 2035, we won't even have Social Security. Means that people won't even be able to retire. And I don't give a fuck about a foreign country when it comes to that. That's the goal in life right there. Get a house, have some squirrely kids, be able to afford everything, be able to go on vacations and afford that shit, be able to fucking retire at the age of 65. That's it. If you got to work between then and there, oh, so be it. But, like, you can't even have the American dream anymore and you want me to give a fuck about a foreign country? Nah, you can take that shit and sail it up the road. That don't float here.
Happen. Not necessarily in France, but somewhere. And I think that as soon as it happens somewhere, then it will happen probably everywhere.
Nah, bro. Get cooked. Oh, yeah, so apparently someone went to Mar-a-Lago either Saturday or Sunday, and they had a shotgun and a petroleum canister, right?
Been on high alert this morning after an armed man was shot and killed yesterday at Mar-a-Lago, and officials now identifying that suspect as a young man from North Carolina.
Madeline Rivera.
You shouldn't have done it. You shouldn't have done it. You fucked around and found out.
Is here with all the details. Hi, Maddie.
Good morning. The head of the Secret Service is now in Florida for reviews following this incident. The FBI is leading the investigation into the case. FBI Director Kash Patel saying on X, the FBI is dedicating all necessary resources in the investigation. We will continue working closely with Secret Service as well as our state and federal partners, and will provide updates as we are able. President Trump was not in Mar-a-Lago when this happened. He was at the White House where he hosted governors from across the country over the weekend. Still, lawmakers and...
I mean, let's be honest here. If that guy was there to do anything malicious, it's totally to fuck over Trump in some way. It's completely obvious.
Are once again calling for the temperature to come down. Authorities identify the suspect as 21-year-old Austin Tucker Martin from
went to that area to investigate. They confronted a white male that was carrying a gas can and a shotgun. He was ordered to drop those two pieces of equipment that he had with him, at which time he put down the gas can, raised the shotgun to a shooting position. At that point in time, the deputy and the two Secret Service agents fired their weapons and neutralized the threat. He is deceased at the scene.
Police from Moore County, North Carolina say a relative had reported Martin missing around the same time this shooting took place. The missing person case has been turned over to federal investigators. The sheriff's office says Tucker had no history with them before this missing report was filed. Carly and Todd.
Madeline Rivera, thank you. Let's bring in former Assistant FBI Director Chris Swecker. And here's what your former FBI...
See, now, this is what is going to happen, and this is what should happen. But this is what's going to happen first and foremost, is they're going to probably figure out if he was paid, who he was paid by, why he was getting paid. They're going to take apart this dude's entire online history because you have no anonymity online. So they're going to see every corn site that he ever visited. They're going to see everything that he's ever done, even incognito mode. And they're going to figure out what led to this. And then they're going to do another news broadcast on it. And I'm sure Legacy Media will probably twist this in some weird shit, or they'll actually, cover it, or they won't cover it at all, which, by the way, kind of happened. And then from that, they're going to start pushing new things, because obviously this is a problem when you've got people showing up with gas canisters and shotguns at a elected official's, what is effectively their retirement home, and getting shot and killed by police. So what's going to happen is they're probably going to start regulating this rhetoric online, which they should have been doing. It's fine if you actually want to express your freedom of speech by not threatening or antagonizing somebody to hurt somebody. The First Amendment isn't going to help you, or your freedom of speech isn't going to help you if you're advocating for violence. You can walk up to a police. This is what kind of country we live in. We live in the best country in the world. You can flip a cop off and they can't do shit. But you walk up and you threaten a cop, you going to jail. A threat is not freedom of speech. Saying fuck off is.
Colleague Chris, James Galliano had to say on yet another Gen Z male wannabe killer. Listen.
The fact that it was a shotgun and a can of gas or petroleum, from what we hear, these are not assassination tools. We have an apparent Gen Z shooter. And again, group of young men, typically white men, disenfranchised, disenchanted. They feel out of the mainstream, and they percolate in some of the hatred and the vitriol and the rhetoric, the overwrought rhetoric that is put out.
You heard James's answer. What do you think? Whether it's Butler, Charlie Kirk, the United Healthcare CEO, why is this particular demographic, Chris, turning to violence?
Yeah, James is spot on. I mean, it is a thing. I researched it. There's been at least 10 intrusions into Mar-a-Lago since 2017, and most of them were young white males. I think they're a particularly vulnerable population in our society. They become disaffected, as he said. They become disconnected. They're failing media. There's an existential threat and that sort of thing. And I think they're very combustible. So you light the match. And
well, the issue is that I doubt that he went out there and did this on his own. He must have been talking in a community, and they gassed him up, literally, to go and do this. And then he went and did it, and now he's dead. And the message should be that maybe you just don't walk around somebody else's estate with a gas can and a shotgun and then raise it at police. That should be the message that you get from this.
Off they go. They're just waiting.
No matter what the Reddit users say, don't do it.
Cause to latch onto. And this is what they call the true believer. In the behavioral science unit at FBI Academy at Quantico, they study this sort of thing, and Jim is just spot on.
So, Chris, the cousin of this armed individual spoke out to the Associated Press and said, quote, "He's a good kid. I wouldn't believe he would do something like this. It's mind-blowing. We are big Trump supporters, all of us, everybody." So if what this family member is saying is true, what does that potentially tell you about motive here and how investigators will deal with this information?
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough dynamic, I think. I mean, the FBI is going to dissect his life. There isn't a whole lot of life to dissect. He's 21 years old. It's not a complex, investigation at this point. But something sets them off, and again, I go back to this. They live in social media. They spend all their hours on gaming sites and social media sites. And this propaganda comes at them in waves, and just it's a tsunami of sort of hate, inflammatory speech. And I think they're particularly vulnerable. I think anybody who's had a teenager, this one's just out of the teenage years, they're just trying to find their way. And the messages that are coming across are this very negative. This is evil, and they want to go out and fight the evil. I can't put it any different than that. It's just that 21 years old, we see so much of it.
Absolutely, and it's a horrific trend that needs to stop somehow. Chris, we have to leave it there, but I do want to make note that the White House's first reaction to this was talking about the government shutdown and how, because of this funding lapse, Secret Service is right now working without a paycheck that could potentially be happening. So that is something of note as well. Chris, thank you so much for joining us.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.
Okay. Oh, it's broken. There it goes.
Protests erupting
not
across Iran against the Ayatollah.
The Ayatollah's cooked. Whether they want to admit it or not, the Ayatollah's cooked. Culture of former Secret Service details the scary rise. Political violence, yeah.
So an armed man shot and killed after allegedly breaching the secure perimeter of Mar-a-Lago has been identified as 21-year-old Austin Tucker Martin. Secret Service says he was first spotted near the estate's north gate around 1:30 a.m. on Sunday, carrying a shotgun and a fuel can. He was killed on site after he pointed his weapon at law enforcement. Following the incident, former FBI Deputy Director Dan Bongino warned about the increase in threats against President Trump.
This is the harsh political environment we live in, that this particular president seems to,
I never really did understand why so many people just hate Trump. Like, is there any, real reason for that? I've never really quite understood that. Like, where did all this hate come from, even from his original election? I never could quite understand that. People were just, is it just because it's Trump? Like, I don't get that. I mean, he talked about with another dude about, grabbing, girls, what, and it's like, but he did that in privacy. Are you really going to hold that over? It's not like he went out on stage. Like, if you can have the moral of, or the mentality of keeping that kind of rhetoric between two guys, obviously Trump must have thought that he was a friend. That's why he was talking, and that's not even 10% of what some dudes say to each other whenever they're alone like that. Like, dude, I have been in some conversations, let's say that. And it's like, is what he said really that crazy? It's not like he's on the podium saying that. I just never really understood where the, the absolute hatred came from, I don't understand that.
It just drives a certain segment of the population absolutely nuts. I can tell you, having worked for President Clinton, President Bush, and President Obama, and then again, having worked for President Trump in this prior position, I've never seen anything like this. The threat atmosphere against this president is through the roof.
So let's bring in former Secret Service agent Tim Miller. And I guess, Tim, good morning to you. This is a two-part question. A, why does this continue to happen? And number two, why are the suspects of these cases fitting a particular demographic?
Yeah, Lawrence, I think that is the great question that needs to be asked, because remember, it wasn't long ago we were talking about Butler, and then it was Trump National, and here we go again. But I think it goes beyond just the focus on the president. It's really clear to me that what's happening now is a true crisis of culture. It wasn't too long ago in America, young men were raised, grew up loving the country, wanting to serve.
Yeah, now you get you get yelled at as a white male. If you show any form of patriotism, they call you a Nazi. And it's like, is that really Nazism? Do you not know how the Nazis really operated, how terrible they were? Being a patriot doesn't make you a Nazi, man. It's just what people are saying.
But something's changed. Now think about this. Matthew Crooks, 20 years old.
I don't think it's changed. I don't think anything's changed. I just think that it's been astroturfed. That's what's going on. It's being astroturfed.
previous history. Tyler Robinson, 22, Mangione, 27, and now Austin Martin, 21, who by all accounts worked at a golf course, had no previous history. So I think your question is the most important question. What is happening that's changing our young people to turn against our country?
You know, Tim, I don't think we've seen this, and you're not studying this for a while.
I mean, I got an answer for that, but it's not going to be an answer that rich people or some people can handle. You see, whenever you see the stock market line, and you look at the stock market line and how every legacy media talks about, oh, the stock market's going great, the numbers are all up, and you go to the store and you can't buy fucking eggs, or you can't buy, you know, a basket of groceries with $300, and you used to be able to buy a couple baskets of groceries with $300. People seem to just not fucking care about what the graph says, because when did you have more buying power? Was it when the graph was all the way down there, or is it now whenever the graph is like this? Well, when the graph was down there. Duh. Big surprise the graph is doing good. It's because you're squishing all of the middle and lower class people to the point where they can't even get help. Like, they pay for health insurance. This is Mandaloni. I agree with everything Mandaloni said except for killing the guy. Just because you having problems and stuff doesn't mean that you can just go out and kill people. That's not how a civilized society works. Like, but whenever you spend your entire life paying thousands of dollars in insurance just to have them decline it for reasons that are within reason, I mean, obviously there's something that needs to change, and the issue is that the government is making a lot of promises, and they're not really changing anything. That's the problem. Like, we're being told that everything's going to be great, the cost of living will go back down, and that it was a bubble, and that, you know, like, oh, you can go to the store and things are cheaper. Well, no, it's not. Things are not cheaper. Now our electric bills are skyrocketing, and to boot, like, the cost of housing hasn't really changed at all. It's still very expensive, and it's not even the housing now, it's the interest rates that are going, like, crazy. You're looking at like 7%, 7 to 10% interest rates on a $300,000 or $200,000 home. And nobody can afford that shit, man. That's crazy. Like, that's what's going on.
Wow. And
then you've got all these, like, political terrorists in everyone's comments trying to advocate for death and stuff, and it just doesn't solve anything, man.
ISIS started the homegrown recruitment. And you saw the same demographic of young males that they were recruiting to...
And a good example of it not changing anything, think of Mangione. He went and shot the CEO, and you know what the chairman that actually run the company did? They just got another CEO. You don't change things that way. You don't.
Their country. The radicalization was online. Where do you think the radicalization is coming from this time?
Well, I think it's been an ongoing process. You know, I think there are a lot of factors, but let's be clear. This entire tree planted by the left that hates America, it's radical ideology that tells us that America's evil, our founders are evil, laws are optional, the family structure's not required, we don't need Judeo-Christian values anymore. All of that has been going on in the school systems for a number of years, and I think we're seeing fruit come from all that ideology, and it is scary because America's in crisis, and if we don't get this fixed, if we can't teach our own young people to love our country and support us as a nation, it's not going to go well in the days ahead.
It's so interesting, Tim, because on one hand, we see, as you astutely said, this radicalization that's happening in the schools with these professors and even in the high schools as well. But then you look at the military recruitment and there's this surge of energy as well. So we're really in this fight of good versus evil right now with our young men.
That's 100% true. It is a fight of good versus evil. If you believe in America, if you believe that this is the greatest place on earth, by the way, that's why 15 million people have come across the border to be here, then you're going to want to support it. But this ideology on the left is all about highlighting to our young people what's wrong. And here's the concern I have. When I was a young man, I wanted to do something bigger than myself, be a part of something good. The left is shaping that narrative, and they're saying, hey, it's okay to attack police officers, disobey laws, burn down businesses. That's a scary thing that's happening. Thank God President Trump is trying to take us back to the values that made America great. And my hope and prayer is that all Americans would wake up, because if not, this violence is going to become more and more common.
I think he's right. I mean, I don't know about the whole values system. The thing is if you want people to back what you're saying, you have to show them change through prices and housing and what you're doing for your communities. And it doesn't really matter what kind of values you have. If you aren't pushing change that's going to affect people's way of living for the better, they're just going to not care. They're just not going to care, bro. That's what's going to happen. They want change. If you keep talking up change and yet they still can't afford anything, it doesn't matter what kind of viewpoints you have. The thing is that no one can afford to fucking live anymore. And that's the problem. And thus that changes, everything's going to be a constant.
We are back with a Fox News alert. Chaos underway in Mexico as the resort town of Puerto Vallarta, as well as a local airport, under siege following a military operation that killed the country's most wanted drug leader. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt confirming U.S. involvement, writing on X, quote, "The United States provided intelligence support to the Mexican government in order to assist with an operation in Talpalpa, Jalisco, Mexico, in which Nemesio El Mencho Oseguera Cervantes, an infamous drug lord and leader with the Jalisco New Generation cartel, was eliminated." Former El Paso U.S. Marshal Robert Almonte joins me now. And Robert, in the war against...
So they kind of took that and ran because the Mexican government wanted intel from the U.S. and the U.S. gave them the intel. It's automatically the United States' fault for this dude getting
the
killed.
Cartels. How big of a deal was it that the Mexican forces killed El Mencho?
This is a huge deal. I mean, I cannot overstate that. This is a huge deal. El Mencho was a leader of the New Generation cartel. They're an extremely violent and barbaric cartel responsible for many murders, not only in Mexico, but in the United States, and responsible for bringing tremendous amounts of methamphetamine, cocaine, fentanyl, heroin into the United States. So this is a big deal. This is a big win for Mexico and for the United States and for the entire world. So the United States was involved in providing intelligence to locate him, but the credit really goes to Mexican authorities for actually taking him out.
And it was a military operation, and I dare I say the response was pseudo-military by the cartels. Why was their response to inflict damage, violence, mayhem on a resort town, Robert?
Well, this is retaliation by El Mencho's people.
It's because somebody got online somewhere and blamed Americans, so now they're going after resorts because they have Americans in them. Duh.
El Mencho's people are extremely loyal to him. I mean, they will die for him, and they have died for him. So this is all retaliation on part of El Mencho's people. They're very upset.
Maybe they will. Maybe they'll do something about it.
We're going to see this for a while, and then what we're going to see is a change in leadership take place. And right now, my money is going to be on El Mencho's son-in-law, Juan Carlos Valencia, taking over the cartel. However, there are other members of the cartel that may want to take leadership. And if that happens, then we may see continued violence because of the internal conflict. But right now, what we're seeing is retaliation by El Mencho's people. They're extremely upset that he was killed.
You know this is a dangerous situation when the State Department literally issues a shelter-in-place order immediately to the several Americans stranded due to the cartel violence there in Mexico. And the images that came out yesterday were absolutely terrifying, the people actually sheltering in place. But look ahead for us, Robert. Could this all be part of a broader U.S.-led operation, whether in concert with Mexican authorities or on our own,
maybe,
to officially take out the cartels once and for all?
I don't think you're just going to take the cartels out like that just because you kill a few leaders. There's going to be too many people that are going to want to take that position. The way that you effectively take care of this is by the countries themselves wanting to take care of it. They are in turmoil and chaos because their own countrymen don't want to handle this situation. That's why. They want to continue to put Band-Aids on this and not solve the problem.
That's what we're seeing. I've been saying that for a while. I think President Trump and his administration mean business with or without the assistance of the Mexican government. And I think regardless of who takes over the new generation cartel, it's extremely important that we keep the pressure on that cartel and take out the new leadership.
Yeah, that's the problem, is that there's a lot of snakes. There's a lot. It's like a hydra. You cut off one of its head and like 3 more grow back. It's the same thing. And the reason why it's like that is because, like I said before earlier, is that the cartel have been around for generations at this point. They've been there for well over 30 years. So they're ingrained in the Mexican culture. You have people that strive to join the cartel. You're not gonna just get rid of that. The government itself has to want to get rid of that. Like, you can't expect Americans to get involved with this and get rid of it for them. And the reason why is because if their own government won't take care of this, and let's say we do get rid of all of them, sure, then you're gonna have these other thugs that are gonna be like, you remember the cartel? We need to do like what they did, and then the same thing fucking happens again. Like, they have to want to take care of it themselves.
It's a very dangerous situation in Mexico. The Mexican cartels are running Mexico, so we need to do everything we can to eliminate the cartels. And I think we're gonna see further proof of this in the near future.
Robert Almonte, thank you so much for your time and your insight. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
Okay. I'm going to go use the bathroom and we'll watch this. Okay, we back. Okay, let's get it. So apparently this guy seems to think that, Jeffrey Epstein was a spy.
Hey, this is the guy, right? I think I saw this guy.
Do you think Jeffrey Epstein was a spy?
I believe very strongly he was a spy, yes.
And who do you think he was working for?
The Israelis. I'm confident it was the Israelis. Jeffrey Epstein is kind of the stereotypical example for what's called an access agent. If you're a foreign intelligence service and you want information, you're not going to recruit Bill Clinton or Bill Gates or Prince Andrew. So you do the next best thing. You recruit somebody who has regular access to them. And that person that you recruit is going to need to make these people feel comfortable. And so you give them plenty of money.
Why the most powerful man, the richest man in Ohio, gave so much of his wealth to the largest modern sex trafficking ring in American history.
A house on an island, you get them in compromising positions. Maybe you bring in young girls just in case you need to use what's called compromat. We know now that Jeffrey Epstein's house had hidden video cameras in literally every room, including the bathrooms.
I could believe that.
Why would he care? Unless it was to use that information against people. It would.
Well, you have to keep in mind that Jeffrey Epstein even said at one point that the only competition he had was Diddy. And you notice that all the information that came out with him, like having all those cameras in his homes and stuff. Like, I wouldn't doubt any of this for a second.
Explain why he got a sweetheart deal in 2006. I mean, this is a guy that's been convicted of child sex crimes. And he gets 6 months of house arrest with an ankle bracelet?
This stunning, never-before-seen prosecution memo and draft indictment, prosecutors in Florida detailing the disturbing evidence they gathered against the financier, calling him a continued danger to the community, but that 60-count indictment never filed. Instead, Epstein landing the now infamous deal allowing him to plead guilty to lesser state prostitution charges.
That's crazy. That's insanity.
Country. That's a 5-year mandatory minimum first offense. Alex Acosta, who was the prosecuting attorney at the time, said he was ordered by the attorney general to give Epstein the sweetheart deal.
On Justice League now, we've got some new details about the testimony from Alexander.
What did I say was going to happen? The minute that people start getting mentioned in these documents, you're going to start seeing people coming forward. What did I say was going to happen? It's going to be a domino.
Acosta, that's the former U.S. attorney from Florida who negotiated Jeffrey Epstein's sweetheart plea deal back in 2007-2008. A deal that led to the now notorious pedophile serving only 13 months in prison, barely at that because he had work release.
Well, who's the only person that can order the attorney general to do something?
The president?
The president.
It's the president.
Yeah.
So was it because Epstein was working on Clinton? He was a spy.
Oh.
I feel very confident in that assessment.
If I thought Jeffrey Epstein was an Israeli Mossad agent, I said absolutely, positively yes. And then Dershowitz is like, I object to that, and constantly interrupting.
For context, Alan Dershowitz is Epstein's former lawyer that helped negotiate the infamous 2006 non-prosecution deal.
Could it be that Jeffrey Epstein just had a completely different life that he just did not tell you about? And it may also have included being a spy. I mean, clearly.
Telling me that he worked for the Mossad would have given him a get-out-of-jail-free card. I could have gotten him no jail time. If he had told me he worked for the Mossad, for the CIA, it would have been a slam dunk for me to go to whoever I had to go to, even up to the President of the United States, and I would have gotten him a deal with no time at all.
Hang on a second.
I think that the only reason why he didn't say anything is because of how publicized all of it was. That's the problem. That's the problem, is how publicized Epstein was. It made a lot of things very, very difficult to do that you would have been able to do with any other kind of spy, if that's the case.
You mean, if he'd said he was working with the Mossad, then he would get off being a pedophile?
That's right.
This is our government, boys. Remember that.
Suicidal, nope. Don't even think about it. He's
and you can't even say it's a left or right issue because Biden had 4 years to release those files. He did fuck all with them.
Resistant.
Wow.
If I were a Mossad officer, I would have targeted him from my first day on the job because he had access to important people. You would have been fired then. You would have been absolutely fired. Not. Important people with important information.
All right, let's move on to Midwest Safety. Today might just be an early day. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on, but there's nothing that's like, you know, I'm sure something will pop up, unfortunately, but fortunately, if that makes any sense. Let's see. Drama Queen meets Karma. Let's watch this one. Drama Queen meets Karma. Here we go. Got another Karen.
On your ass. Don't even trip. If I have to leave and they don't have to leave, I'm reversing on that ass.
Check out Midwest Safety. Midwest Safety.
Let's get your stuff.
Come on, babe. We got lots of bags. Let's go. I was already halfway to California anyways. You guys suck with medical care, you suck with justice, and you always take these Caucasian sides when you know it's people like that that get us.
Oh man, it's a racist. Oh man. It's not just any kind of Karen, it's the racist Karen.
It's our limit. It took a lot to get me this way, and it took this political campaign to make me break. Yeah. You mad you can't take me to jail? Hold on, she got the key. I have it, right here. Okay. We got a little while. Y'all always want me to leave like I'm the problem. How you gonna ask a worker? What's the wrong? You know better than that. No, not the cause. I was trying to ask if she would be letting you. It don't have nothing to call corporate. It is what it is, though. Because I know how to get my money back. You don't kick me out in the middle of the night. It's crazy. Come on. That's why they want me gone. Come on. In the middle of the night. Where the fuck you gonna go? Sit in front of their building for 50 hours?
There's other hotels around.
No, it's not. You cannot check in before 2 o'clock, and you know that.
Let's get your stuff.
Where am I supposed to go? To jail?
You can check in another hotel.
Well, you're gonna go to jail if you don't get your shit out of that apartment. What sucks is that you're gonna end up in jail, and then they're gonna put all that stuff in the garbage.
No, I can't.
Ma'am, come on.
It doesn't matter if you can't. You're being told to vacate the premises. You have to leave.
The only place I could check in is those fucking hotels with prostitutes and crackheads.
Any hotel.
It's past 9 o'clock.
That does not matter.
All right.
All the hotels.
All right, just go. Just go. Please.
No, that's not how this works.
Right here.
Ma'am.
Just go right here.
Get your stuff, because if you refuse to leave, then you will go to jail.
Listen, baby.
Do not get close to me.
Don't do it.
Do not get close to me.
Don't do it.
You know I will never hurt you.
Do not.
Okay, be aggressive.
Grab your stuff.
Can you please give me time to figure out where I need to go?
You're 2 seconds away from going to jail. Grab your stuff.
You gotta go get all your stuff, and you gotta get up out of there. You know why? Because you're gonna go to jail. That's why.
All right, come help me then.
No, I'm not helping you.
Come on.
We're not gonna help
Why do you want to help me?
No,
that's not my
that's not our
belongings.
job to help.
Why are you treating me like I'm the problem?
Because you're the problem. How dare you treat me like I'm the problem? Stands here acting like a Karen, being the problem.
I'm giving you your warning.
Can you
now.
tell? This is a warning, but why are you treating me like I'm the
Grab
problem?
your stuff. If you refuse to leave,
You're being a problem. Go get your stuff and get out of the hotel.
We
I'm taking
came
you to
here.
jail.
We figure out what happened on the fight. That one is not.
What fight happened?
Well, there was an argument that apparently got physical. You even mentioned to me that you slapped the guy because he came close to you and put the hands in your face.
He went like this.
Okay.
And you
So
said you was
that's
gonna
the fight.
arrest me. If I do that to you, babe, what is you gonna do to me?
grab your stuff.
Who? Come and help me.
No. Grab your
Well,
stuff.
go.
Grab your
Just
stuff.
go.
No.
Just go.
We're ready inside. You need to grab
Just
your
go.
stuff.
Well, I'm gonna take my time then.
That's funny.
I know you want to see it. The fuck? Stop playing with me. You know you can't do that. I call my granddad and he'll really get you locked up for real doing that. Stop playing with me, babe. Give me my money back. The fuck? You're bad as You're weird. You're so weird. What?
I don't know what's in there. Grab
Go
your
get
stuff.
the bag.
No, it's not
Well,
my bag.
stop playing with the door.
Bro, is she literally trying to tell the police to go get her stuff?
Ma'am.
Damn.
Bro, just arrest her. Just arrest her and put her in the box. Just put her in the box.
Grab your stuff and leave.
Do you see it?
Yes.
Do you want to help me?
No, I'm not going to help
Well,
you.
stop touching stuff in this room before I accuse you for theft, for high-valued items.
Grab your stuff.
They have cameras, you idiot. They have cameras. They have body cameras. Are body cameras just such a beautiful thing?
High-valued items such as me, I'm pressing charges. Stop playing with me.
Grab your stuff.
Why you gotta have the door open while I'm doing what I need to do?
I don't know what's in there. Grab your stuff.
Baby, I don't got no gun.
Okay, I don't know.
We don't know.
Grab your stuff.
Well, go outside if you scared.
No, I'm not scared. Grab your
You
stuff.
are scared.
Ma'am, grab your stuff.
Pack your stuff so we can leave.
Damn. You want to invade my privacy for some bullshit? Move. I got stuff. Move.
Don't lock the door.
I need to change. Move.
Grab your stuff.
All right, bet. This is what we doing. Come on now. All I wanted to do was change. I gotta change out the dress. You want the show?
Grab your stuff.
Yeah, I am.
Put it up. Put your
Come
clothes on.
Now. You know this is illegal, right?
Put your clothes on and
You know
leave.
it's illegal, right?
Ma'am.
Put your
Move
clothes
around.
and let's go.
You just took your... How is that illegal? You just took your clothes off in front of them. That's not their fault. That's yours.
I cannot move in no dress. Take your time and just move around.
Put your clothes
Stop
on.
staring at me.
Put your clothes
Stop
on.
staring at me.
Ma'am,
Stop
you
staring
need to
at
put
me.
your clothes on
Stop staring at
and
me.
leave.
Move around, baby. I gotta put my thug clothes on because y'all trying to play with me on my money. For what? Move. I know it's sickening. Go.
I'm not leaving till you
Go
grab your
for
stuff.
what?
Because you're trespassed from here.
I'm trespassed?
Yes. They just gave you your warning.
She gave me a trespass?
Ma'am.
Go get my money.
Get out of my face.
Stop playing with me.
Stop.
Hold on. I move.
No,
I got
stop.
out your
Now
face.
you're going to jail.
I got out your face, babe. I got out your face.
If you keep acting up, you're gonna.
And you gonna end up in jail butt ass naked. That's what's gonna happen to you, you fucking dumbass. You gonna end up in jail butt ass naked.
I'm upset because they take all my...
Are
Yes,
you gonna
babe.
put your clothes and
Yes. I
So
just
put
want
your
you to
clothes.
give me my
Put your clothes
space.
on.
go? Well, we're
I want you to give me my space. You're not...
You want space, but you're coming towards me.
I'm not gonna hurt you.
I don't know.
It doesn't matter, man. You can't just be up on. You know what's crazy is that if these cops really didn't want to fuck around with her the minute that she started touching them and getting up like that, they could just put her in jail. I don't understand how, like, these guys are being insanely lenient.
Smell your breath.
So why did the man hit me then? Why
What?
can he come in my space? And
You know what you should do? You should just say, man, we have body cameras and they're all turned on right now. You are being recorded, just so you're aware.
hurt me and put his finger in my
That
face?
was not me.
It
that
is-
was not
I'm
me,
showing
and
you what I
everybody-
went through.
Okay.
So why is
Ma'am.
it fair?
You need to get your clothes on.
Ma'am, get your
Why
clothes
is
on.
it fair?
Get your clothes
Why is it fair? You guys don't play a fucking fair game.
Okay, we don't play fair
You
games.
don't.
We need you to.
We're just giving you the opportunity to leave.
No, you're giving me the moment of taking my money and
Get-
fucking me.
Get your clothes on.
You fuck me every time.
Get
But
your
you know
clothes
what?
on so we can leave. I do not want to take you to jail.
For what?
How much you want to make a bet that because she's acting this way, she's gonna get fired from her job? I wonder if she's not in here because of her job. You know, like the job's paying for her to have this motel, and because she's getting kicked out. How much you want to make a bet that she's been kicked out from other hotels as well, and that this was the final straw for her?
I'm gonna be out the next day.
Doesn't matter.
That's
you still
not
don't
gonna
want to
hurt
sleep
me.
in jail.
I don't care about jail.
You should. You should. Jail means an arrest. An arrest is on your record. Ain't no job gonna hire you if you got that.
About justice. You know what? You men will never fucking get it. It's not fair.
Oh, she tried to play the race card and it didn't work, so now she's trying to play the sexist card. That's crazy. Man, bro's gonna have to pull out that Uno reverse card.
It's not fair, babe. It's not fair.
I love it. I love seeing these people crash out or like get completely shut down whenever somebody that they're trying to accuse of being racist or sexist turns that shit around and is like, well, I mean, you're the only one thinking about race right now, or you're the only one thinking about, sex right now, like sexist, mentality. It's not me, it's you. Don't worry, baby. It's never me. It's always you, babe. Don't worry.
It's not fair. You fucking do what you do to people not fair. I just need a minute.
I'll leave you exactly one.
Oh, brother, give me a fucking just arrest this woman. Seriously.
I lost my uncles.
Bro, she's keeping all these cops here. These cops could be out patrolling. They could be, getting donuts or stopping crime or, I don't know, catching calls. No, we gonna stand here and wait for this girl to stop being a 5-year-old and get her shit together and get out the hotel. Dude.
And everybody, because these people like y'all.
Probably over there taking them SSRIs, man, taking all them drugs that cut off any, stimulant.
Better put my Gucci pants on. Just stay here and watch everything.
Ma'am, we're not going anywhere.
I'll be right back. I'm just going downstairs.
Why are you going downstairs? What are you doing?
That's what it is. I know I smell like alcohol.
Ah! Bro, she got these cops following her around like it's a conga line, bro.
Once I check you out, depending on your bank, that's when you get your deposit. I get my money instantly. So can you please cancel it?
We're not here to argue that.
Why didn't you cancel theirs? Because they actually listened when I said they needed to stop, and you kept going. And I gave you multiple chances. Can you please cancel it then? I will go ahead and cancel the reservation. Can you cancel it right now? I will do it once I'm done handling with them. All right, I'll wait.
No,
Let's get your stuff. And when
Bruh.
it should be done by then.
It's going to take me a minute. I have all of my stuff scattered through the room for 15 days.
That's fine.
It's going to take us about 45 minutes.
45 minutes?
Yes, unless you help me. I timed it on a daily basis. I have stuff in the bathroom, stuff in the room, and things that I have to close in the bag, and I need to turn on my phone, so I will actually...
Man, she's making damn good money if she's paying for that bitch for, if you staying at a hotel like that for 5-6 days, man, you making damn good money wherever you working at. Why would you even put that in jeopardy? She's making damn good money.
Be able to leave
it's expensive to live at a hotel, bro.
Okay. So 45 minutes.
Over the course of the next 45 minutes, the suspect takes her sweet time packing up all her belongings.
She did have a lot of shit, though. That's a lot of stuff. You got to give her credit. She actually wasn't lying. Holy crap, that's a lot of stuff. Why would you unpack all that stuff? Why wouldn't you just leave it in the bags?
Come on, baby. Let's do it. Don't touch nothing, you little thief. You look like you're related to the Mexicans who come across the border illegally.
What the fuck? Remember, though, the white dude's the racist one.
I hate fake news and I hate Mexicans.
These people are aware that it's not just Hispanic people that do this, right? You do realize that they're deporting people of all different colors, right? They're deporting white people that are from different parts of from the world that have come here illegally. They're deporting black people, they're deporting Mexicans, they're deporting Somalians. That it's not just one race or religion or ethnicity, right?
I hate Cubans, I hate Russians and Japanese people. My ancestors.
Yeah, Japanese people too. I mean, look at that Toyota center that they shut down and got all those illegals out.
This country, my blood was spilled. Touch something if you want to. I'm gonna touch you. I want you though.
Fuck.
Stop. No, I got it. Don't be a man. Move. Move. I'm not a man. I'm a sir. I'm a them. I'm a they. Don't. So touch your stuff. Don't touch nothing. I got it.
I'd imagine they are so fucking happy she's leaving.
Just don't touch nothing. I don't want to sue you.
I don't want to sue you.
Just move. Just don't touch nothing. Move over here by the wall. Walk in the line. You touch your stuff, I'm gonna sue you. Touch something again. Don't touch the button. Don't touch that button. I might hit the red one. I'm so serious. You think I'm playing? I'm capable of destruction. I like destruction.
Okay.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, you're trying to destroy your own life right now, so I mean.
Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Go first. Go. We here.
Go ahead and exit the elevator, man.
You're gonna think I'm crazy, but I've had to deal with people like this even as a first responder. Even at working at Walmart, I've had to deal with people like this. Like, it's not as crazy as you think to deal with somebody that's this schizo, honestly.
Later and go.
This lady's crazy.
Go ahead, man.
Let's go.
Exit the elevator, man.
Come on. Let's go.
I mean, I don't think somebody like this should get shot. I don't think that at all. I do think that they should be put in prison and sent off to like maybe a work camp or something. I do think that. I mean, that would honestly be like you see. The issue is that whenever you're you're put in prison now, you get four walls and you get food twice a day. Typically, may not be the best food, and the issue with that is it's too much like a vacation and not enough like a form of rehabilitation or a form of punishment. So what we should do is just kind of let the rehabilitation part of that fall off, and it should be more like a punishment. So
Stop playing with me.
that way people are scared to go to jail.
Don't touch it. I told you. You Caucasians and thieves. Don't touch shit. Don't touch shit. Don't touch me.
Oh, dude, I bet they're so happy this girl is leaving. Oh my God, dude.
Waiting for you to leave property.
Baby, what you want me to roll down the street?
Sidewalk.
Baby, please. Go ahead, baby. Go.
Thank you for your permission.
Yeah, you need the queen's permission. I'll smack the shit.
Dude, she's threatening people.
Move around.
Arrest her.
I cannot take the cart off of property.
No, but you can take your stuff there.
Do your job then.
No, it's your job to do that.
Take your time.
If you refuse to leave, you're going to go to jail.
Stop playing in my face, baby.
You do realize that once you've been trespassed off the property, that includes the parking lot that the property is attached to. Like, you're not supposed to be within the perimeter of the property, period. Like, and if you're trying to get an Uber, you should tell the officers that, so that way you don't get arrested. But you continue to have an attitude and not explain what you're doing, then you're gonna get into more trouble. I guarantee you this has happened a lot to her, to the point where she just feels like they're not gonna arrest her. And the thing is that this was a matter of time.
Hey, headphones. Until we meet again, little boy. Yeah, that part.
Are you gonna call the Uber?
No, not from the street.
Are you leaving?
I can't leave with this cart in the street.
Then call the Uber that you said you were going to call.
All right, well, give me time to figure out where I'm gonna go. You don't even give me time for that. It's 10 o'clock at night. Let me find another room on my budget after this bitch took 15 days of my money. I paid this, not you. My room is $157 a day, and you don't make that. Push the cart. Stop playing with me, bro.
Yeah, they're gonna arrest her. That's it, man. She's cooked. Yeah, she cooked herself. You just couldn't keep your trap shut, could you, queen? Oh, man, she about to be the queen of prison right there. Going to jail. That's it.
Stop moving
I'm not gonna embarrass you, but all I'm saying is just push it to the hill. Can you just push the cart?
No, ma'am.
I'm not going to embarrass you. What do you think you was just doing? Trying to sit there and do that. Come on. Bro, these guys were so lenient. They should just leave that cart there.
I'm trying. I'm really trying. Wait. Okay. No.
Oh, now it's okay. Now it's okay. And now she's going to start squirming.
I'm gonna leave.
Oh, now it's starting to set in, is it?
No, I'm not.
Ooh, reality just set in. She never had any cops. Oh my God, they picked her up. They picked her up, bro. Yo, they carting her off to jail now. You never had any police officers actually arrest her. That's why she been getting away with it for too long.
No, ma'am, you're under arrest.
Why you don't want to gotta help me though.
Put her on her foot. She's gonna go down.
Okay. Let me put one down. Yes, babe.
All right.
Please give me a chance.
Stop grabbing my gun.
No, I don't want to grab a gun. No gun.
All right.
No gun.
All right.
No gun.
Listen. If you resist,
I'm not.
If you resist, that's gonna hurt.
I listen.
So
Okay.
stand up.
You won.
I love how these people get hurt whenever they're resisting arrest and they try to blame the police officers. They sitting there flailing around, flopping around like a fucking fish. And it's like, dude, like, what did you think was going to happen? Come on, just get in the car.
Come on, please.
Stand up and get in the car.
I'm bluffing. I promise I'll go.
Hey, Roberts, grab her feet. Let's get her from behind.
No, I don't want to go to jail. I just want to go to sleep. I'm not.
Well, maybe whenever you get to jail now, you can get plenty of sleep. You're going to jail now. Like, it's already done. I don't think I've ever seen an instance where where someone has been handcuffed that is being hauled into the back of a police car ever get taken out and let go, unless it was like very, very circumstantial.
Ma'am, stop resisting.
Sorry, Daddy. I'm sorry.
Resisting.
I'm not. Please.
It doesn't matter if you're sorry now. You should have just done what they told you to do.
Let me grab a hobble. Hold on.
Hold on, Robert. Hold on.
Please, Robert. Please. Please, babe. I promise I'll go. I'm not gonna
Stop
fight.
fighting.
I'll defeat
You're
it.
gonna get charged
No.
with resisting with violence.
No, let me go, okay?
Stop fighting.
I'm sorry.
There's no let it go.
I don't know where to go.
You're gonna sit inside
Oh,
my
they're gonna wrap her ass up, bro. They're gonna wrap her up. She is going in that car. They about to hog tie her. Yes, sir. Woo!
Stop.
She's cooked.
I feel like I won. Please, babe.
Stop grabbing me.
Please, babe. I'm not gonna do nothing. I promise.
You're giving you a chance for 45
I don't know where to go.
It's been 45 fucking minutes, dude. 45 minutes. 45, dude. That is crazy. That means that this whole call must have lasted for like an hour and 10 minutes, easily.
Okay,
That is crazy.
I'll go. I promise I'll go. Please. Please, I'll go. I'm sorry.
Put it right here. Right here. All right.
I'm gonna go. I just don't know where to go. I don't know where to go. Please. I'm not gonna resist. Please. Please. I'm sorry. You hurt me. I'm sorry.
Whoa! Bro, she kicking it? She kicked him.
Stop fighting. Hold on. She kicked me in the face.
I packed everything.
Dude, she kicked him in the face.
Packed everything, please.
Bro, how based would it have been if she had kicked him in the face and he bit her fucking foot? Probably don't want that damn thing in there anyway, huh?
No, let me just go. Please. I promise I'm gonna go. I promise.
Holy God, bro.
I promise, babe. I'm not gonna bite. I'm not gonna scratch, please.
Let go.
You just gonna kick him in the face.
Let me go. I promise I'm gonna leave.
Don't matter. It doesn't matter. You're going to jail. You're going to jail.
Stop. We're foot.
Baby, please.
Oh my God. How did she get out of the fucking vehicle, bro?
Please stop. I want to
Stop kicking.
I'm not.
Stop kicking.
Can you please?
Stop kicking.
I'ma go.
Stop kicking.
I'ma go. I packed.
Stop fighting.
Yes.
Get on here. Stop.
What the fuck is even happening, bro?
I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
Let go.
No, she's not sorry. She's sorry she got caught.
Everything by myself. Why me?
Oh, she fucking bit him, bro.
Got it? He's off?
Yeah.
Dude, she fucking bit him, bro. Holy shit. That's resisting with violence right there.
Stop resisting. You are under arrest.
Fight, I will.
Am I bleeding?
Bro, there's more cops. There's more cops now.
Oh yeah.
Yo, is this Orlando, Florida? No shot. This is another one in Florida, isn't it?
If you stop fighting, we will release the pressure. You're fighting and kicking.
Oh my God, there's like 10 cops now.
My advice is leave her out the car, wait till FD gets here.
Bro, look at all these cops! Holy shit! Dude, they like multiplied! Oh my God! There's so many cops!
Stand by until FD gets here. Get her in the recovery position.
See if we can get her sit. If we can get her sitting right there on the curb. No. Stop. We're gonna get you sitting. You want to sit down in a chair, ma'am?
I don't want to sit down. I just want to get a ticket and go.
There is a chair. You can sit down.
Please, just let me go.
Bro, her hair's all fucked up now.
No! No!
Just sit in the chair. Chill out.
I packed everything. No!
She go back to the floor. That's her choice.
No!
She's literally throwing herself on the floor like a 5-year-old having a temper tantrum. Bro, how are they even... Oh man, just please force her in the car. You've got 10 cops. Just put her in the car. Put her in the box, man.
Any pain going on right now, Bob?
To the touch. It stings a little bit, but I put some alcohol on it. Yeah, I would definitely clean up with some.
I love how the bro got bit and they over there trying to put her in a damn chair. They should be trying to force her into the back of that damn car.
You saw everything, please. Get off of me. Get off of me.
No, bring her legs.
Bro, we gotta put this woman in an asylum where all she has is a diet of medicine, electroshock therapy, and a padded room that's white with it's got to be cuckoo white walls, and she could sit there in her padded vest and do this all day. She could sit there and throw herself on the ground in her 4x4 padded room all day. Holy God, bro! Damn, they strapping her to a stretcher.
Oh, I packed everything. I don't even have shoes.
That lady is crazy. They all looking at each other like, what the fuck was that, man?
The suspect, Simone.
You know what's funny? Is that I'm gonna be called racist for saying this. There's one black cop, and he's not looking at her. He's looking up in the air. You know he has to deal with this mentality constantly. But you see the other white dudes around him looking at each other, right? Watch. Just watch. Look, you see him? Did you see the white dudes looking at each other?
The suspect, Simone, is charged with 4 counts of felony resisting with violence, 4 counts of felony battery on a law enforcement officer, and trespassing. 3 counts of resisting with violence were dropped. She pleaded not guilty to trespassing, and the judge dropped that charge as well.
What? Bro!
No contest to the remaining charges, and they all resulted in adjudication withheld, meaning the judge accepted the no contest plea, but did not formally convict her. She was sentenced to 24 months of supervised probation.
You ever notice how some people
Bro, that's garbage. Why? She bit a cop, bro. What?
And suddenly think
And you wonder why nobody want to be cops anymore.
To a stage. There's a lot going on here, but the moment she says she just wanted to feel like she won, that tells you everything. This stopped being about a hotel room a long time
unfortunately, she won
ago and became ego versus reality. Watch the behavior flip. Calm when she thinks she's in control, and craziness the second officer starts setting limits. This is actually common on the street because some people don't react to what police say. They react to the fact that someone finally told them no, not today. Then the bathroom.
That's right. You damn straight. And that's why Midwest safety is so based.
Changing clothes and suddenly the dramatic nudity and throwing the dress. I'll say it the polite way. Sometimes people try to create a moment, not solve a problem, and they're hoping an officer makes one wrong move so they can use it later. Veteran cops, they recognize this instantly, which is why we see them slow down and speak to her very carefully. In the end, this arrest didn't start because of words. It started because control mattered more than her consequences. The lesson here, people don't lose to police when they get arrested. They lose the moment being right becomes more important than going home.
Yep, that's right. She could have just left. That's all she had to do is leave. All right, that's it. That's for the stream today. We'll be back on tomorrow. Hope y'all stay safe out there. Stay friendly. Thanks for watching. Try to put a smile on someone's face. You might change their whole day or their whole life. You never know. And I'll see you beautiful people tomorrow, bright and early. We'll be leaving with, let's see. $50. Yep. Peace.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute, I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip, and I don't plan to visit. I'm gonna stay there till I feel like I'm winning, and this